Hello, 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 and welcome to the Penguins Collective Podcast. My name is Louie.
And sadly, my name is Josh.
Yeah, it is sad. We're two brothers who just love to talk about hockey.
Especially the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh, let's talk about those Pittsburgh Penguins, shall we? Let's dive right in. Let's take a moment and talk about that. The Pittsburgh Penguins fall to the Chicago.
Chicago?
The Penguins fall to the Washington Capitals 6-0. Josh, whatever's going on with your mic right now, it's rumbling. Are you playing with it?
I was, but now I'm just holding it.
No, it's good. I was like, man, it's going. It is go win.
How is it now?
It's fine. Well, it sounds like this. Does that help?
It's literally right here. See it?
I'm not crazy, right? There is sounds of the mic. It's fine. It's whatever. It's good. Josh, that's the least of our problems tonight. Okay? That's the least of our problems. Okay? The Pittsburgh Penguins fall to the Capitals 6-0. It's terrible. NES says the noise that we're hearing is tears falling on the mic from Josh because this team just downright stinks. Downright stinks here. Holy cow. The Penguins did absolutely nothing. And Josh, let's talk about it, right? Let's dive right into it. So thank you guys for watching something better than that game that happened tonight. So thank you. Because guess what? Anything that you watch after that hockey game is better than that hockey game. All right. So, yeah, this is a sucky podcast with two stooges, but it's better than that game. So, let's talk about it. I want to say it's no. It's really not. I could put up a picture of a steaming pile of poop better than that game. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this steaming pile of poop. Josh, that mic is driving me bananas.
All right, let me try to do something then. All right.
Oh, I'm going to mute you. There you go. Until he figures it out. My goodness. The way this podcast is going is on par with how the Penguins are playing. But I appreciate you guys joining this podcast, whether you're live right now on X, YouTube, and Twitch. And if you're watching or listening on a later date, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you find your favorite podcast. I appreciate you joining us tonight, right now. So, hello, Josiah, Josh, thoughts on this horrible night so far?
Yeah.
And about the game, because there's some other things we got to talk about that we'll get into it.
That's the thing. There's not much to talk about in terms of the game tonight. I mean, realistically, that was one of the worst games I've watched all year. It started out great. It started with a power play. I was super excited. Noah, my son, he's starting to watch more now with me, and literally the puck drops and he goes, "Someone just got hit in the face." I'm like, "Yeah, it's not supposed to happen." So that was good start. And then literally, I think it was like a minute and 30 seconds later, shorthanded goal by Tom Wilson. Great hand-eye coordination by Tom Wilson. Hate the man, but that was pretty sweet hand-eye. And then it just went downhill from there. We had chances. I think we had over 40 shots tonight, and we just weren't able to bury it. There were a couple stats that I saw. This is the first shutout since 2004 that we have allowed over 6+ goals at home.
Yeah.
2004, that's 20 years. 20 years. And then there was something about the shots, because I think it was 40 shots on goal. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It was something wild, like 1970s was the last time that we got shut out. Here we go. The Penguins
Pulling
with
it up.
39 shots tonight. Only four times have they had more shots in a shutout loss. 2021 lost 4-0, and then before that was 1983.
Wow.
Losing 7-0 with 40
Wow.
shots on goal. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's rough. Hey, this
But I got
team
nothing
stinks,
else on
Josh.
tonight's game. I
There's-
got nothing else.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if you've seen this, okay? There is a GIF out there on X where it's a Republic dumpster on fire down the river. Okay? I don't know if you've seen it. If you're from Pittsburgh, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Are you talking about like Star Wars Republic?
No. It's the brand of dumpster.
Oh.
So it's just floating down the river on fire.
Yeah.
And that was a visual representation of the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. I don't think there's any other way to describe it. The Penguins just played horrible, uninterested, just without heart. And everyone, Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Chris Letang, Eric Carlson, Tristan Jarry played terrible. The only person that had a little bit of heart was Jansen Harkins, who decided to say, you know what? I'm just start punching people. And you know what? That's probably the most accurate response I think I would have in that game too, especially if you hate the Washington Capitals, like NES in the chat, who says absolutely hate this team. And honestly, yeah, I punched Tom Wilson in the mouth too, but unfortunately it wasn't Tom Wilson. It was someone else that Jansen Harkins decided to drop the gloves, and he won, which makes it even, it's always nice when somebody fights, but it's even better when he brings them down to the ice and you're like, yeah, that was our guy. Yeah, he won.
I know. I still hate the modern day fights though. Just
Why?
because, I don't know. I just feel like that not as many punches land as they used to.
It's also like, I'm not trying to kill you,
I know. Well, that's what it used to be.
I'm just saying it. I've always said this: fighting has been strategic and for revenge in a lot of ways. And it's just this team stinks. Brian in the chat says this team just downright sucks. All right, this team sucks. Wayne Gourmand. I feel like that's how you pronounce it. I remember Wayne in the chat before. Were we trying to pronounce his last name?
There was a gentleman, I forget who it was. We were trying to pronounce the last name.
Was it Wayne? I feel like it's Wayne. But I feel like this is Wayne.
I bet you the T is silent.
Gourmand. Let us know in the chat, Wayne. This is great podcasting, by the way. Oh, he says we got it. Gourmand.
I don't think he says it like that, but
I would every time. What's your name? Wayne Gourmand. I would. All right. Wayne Gourmand says, has Sully lost the room? Nah, dude. I don't think he has. I think the team just I don't think Mike Sullivan lost the room.
Rough.
That had nothing to do with Mike Sullivan. So let's just dive into it, all right? Everyone wants to know what we're going to talk about tonight. And yeah, it's Jake Guentzel. Jake Gensel's gone. And it is rumored, and it is, I guess, verified by a few verified sources. As of right now, March 7th, Thursday, 10:07 p.m., Jake Guentzel is out of town. He got shipped out to the Carolina Hurricanes. For who exactly as of right now, Josh?
Just that Michael Bunting guy.
Michael Bunting. Okay, so we would receive Michael Bunting. But now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's not a 1-for-1. Once again, Thursday, March 7th,
It better not be.
10:08. I do not believe that it's a 1-for-1. There's more. And I feel like there could be other players added to this list. Whether it's a three-way trade, whether it's just 1-1, like just not 1-1, excuse me, just like Carolina and Pittsburgh, because it's a rumor right now. it's a source. Source people have said Gensel is definitely going to Carolina, but it's not verified. Pittsburgh hasn't released anything. Carolina hasn't released anything. Both teams had games tonight. And does it look like it's going to be announced? Josh retweeted something on Twitter about the whole thing.
What do you mean in terms of what I retweeted from Pierre? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, about the games not
okay.
that when I pointed to you, you were supposed to just take it and run.
Sorry, I'm distracted because I keep refreshing Twitter. I'm sorry.
I get you.
Yeah, but so essentially, because both teams were playing tonight, they technically couldn't send in the call to the league office to make the trade. So supposedly, it was supposed to be post game. Now, granted, we're only about 15, 20 minutes post game here. So, I mean, I don't know how soon they were going to make that call. I don't know if they were allowed to communicate during the game. That was one thing that I was thinking about too. Are they even allowed to talk to each other?
No, because remember Flyers that they traded that dude away during the game. The guy who didn't want to be here.
That's true.
So clearly they're allowed to talk.
That's true.
But the question is, maybe our theory is before we went live, Josh, we were like, oh, did the deal fall through? Because
that's not our theory. That's just a thought.
It's just a thought as of March 7th, 10:10. Ben, yes, it is. And a new podcast arm, dude. And not to get anyone else excited, but I got a new desk that I have to get out of the box and put together. So, hey, things are changing here.
Put a picture out on Twitter when it's done.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Rate my setup. What's that thing that was going around? What is it? I'm dating myself, like 2000 and like whatever, where it was like rate my setup, dude. I guess, is that still a thing?
Oh, really?
Is that still a thing?
I don't know.
It's a thing. It's a thing in the community, I think.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't know. So like the only detail that we have right now is Michael Bunting, who is a Kyle Dubas guy, apparently.
Yes, he was out.
He was on the leaves when he was there, and then he was also with Dubas when, what is it, the Greyhounds? The Sioux Greyhounds? Yeah. That guy was there too. So I don't know. I don't know who we're gonna get, but I really do hope. Apparently, Carolina has some good prospects, and hopefully that we'll be able to get one of them. Brian actually put something in there. Brian said that
Bunting had 40.
I can't pull it up. Can you pull up Brian's thing? Scott Morrow?
Oh, wrong one. There you go. Scott Morrow is one of the prospects we are supposedly getting back. He's a stud, great defenseman, currently in Collage, plays a ton of minutes and puts up points. All right.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. I mean, that's the thing.
and
I
then,
don't know enough about the prospect pool out there in Carolina.
well, Brian also said Bunting had 46 goals in 2 years with the Leafs. Now,
I'll take
he
it.
had 46 goals in 2 years, or he had 46 goals both years.
No, I think combining
I was hoping,
the
Josh.
2 years.
I was hoping. I was
Really,
hoping.
we would have known more about Michael Bunting if he scored 46 goals twice in his time with the Leafs. But I know he's a big body guy because I remember last time when we did the live stream with AB when we played against uh,
Yeah,
Carolina.
yeah.
Michael Bunting was in there. He was a physical guy. I remember that. He
Yeah.
was a physical guy.
Did he?
So maybe
Did he
he's another.
score?
I don't know if he scored, but I remember him being active. And I wonder if he's another guy that can be, what I think it's Bermstrom, the guy that we just traded for.
Bemstrom.
Another guy that we could put in front of the net.
Yeah.
One of those, Patrick Hornquist type players. Get in front of the net, body some guys, and get some sloppy goals.
And
23 goals.
and
I'll
we'll
take it.
take him. We'll take that.
Yeah,
Well,
but that's not the only thing I want
we
for
want
Jake
prospects and draft picks.
and draft picks.
Now,
Yes.
the rumor was
Jake
yesterday.
Jake is the man.
Jake is good, but the problem is that he's hurt and the Penguins have sucked this year, so he's not looking
I
like
don't care.
I get it, but this is the view from other teams this season. Now, what was that? Where was I going with that? I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
And this is what happens when there's a trade looming over the Pittsburgh Penguins, because all we want to do is talk about the trade, but we don't have the details. But Rob Rossi, okay, Rob
Oh,
Rossi at Rob
yeah.
Rossi said, Pens fans. I'm paraphrasing because I'm trying to find the actual tweet. But he said Pens fans will be pretty happy with the return for Jake Gensel when it's all said and done, is what he said. Once again, paraphrasing here, but I'm pretty sure he said, how about I just Google Rob Rossi's tweets?
There you go. Or don't Google, just search in Twitter.
You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Here it is. This was an hour ago. Actually, I think Jake Gensel trade is pretty good for Penguins when people see final details. Should set up the rebuild, or at least lay quite a few tracks for that road. So it looks like we're getting some, what is it called?
Interesting.
Prospects. Get some prospects, get some future. Maybe Josh. Maybe. But let's get into some the chat here. I want to see what you guys think. Besides Bunting.
Now, there's just one thing I want to say.
Go for it, Josh.
You were talking about you were talking about in terms of the trade when we were on the phone earlier. You were saying, oh, maybe there's like a third team that we can send Riley Smith or Alex Nedeljkovic for, but I don't know how that works because Bunting was held out of the game because he may be traded.
Mm-hmm.
Riley Smith and Alex Nedeljkovic actually both played. So I don't know if we're able to.
Are they going somewhere else?
I wouldn't, maybe, but I don't think they'll be traded tonight. I think they would, if they're to be traded, I think they'd be traded tomorrow before the deadline of 3 p.m., which, man, honestly, this is probably one of the busiest trade deadlines I can remember.
Really?
Was it yesterday? Yesterday, I lost track. I couldn't keep track of all the trades.
Yeah, Wednesday was pretty hectic, which is yesterday. Today
Yeah,
there was
a few.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. You still
Yeah, so
you
Rob Rossi also tweeted from 2008 to 22, Penguins had the greatest run in franchise history. They were entertaining, all in, marquee, and led by the greatest player of a generation. If you're bemoaning the current, great use of the word there, the current after experiencing all of that, it's a you problem. Pain was inevitable, but Yins had it amazing. Is there more to this trade than just Jake Gensel? Why is he
I
why is
think
he phrasing it like that?
I think he's phrasing it like that because like a lot of fans are really upset about like how poorly we're playing, which rightfully so. We're playing really bad. And a lot of fans that are vocal on Twitter, on whatever, are younger than us, Louis. They've only experienced greatness.
Yeah, no.
So they don't know what it was pre Sydney. So, I mean, we're still pretty young. We know just a little bit pre Sydney, but
I
um
mean,
yeah, most of our lives have been primarily Sid and great hockey. So now that we're not, you know, it's it's hard to deal with, I mean, who knows when we're going to make that type of run again, because we had 16 years of 16 years of playoff appearances. That's
hey, that's
some fans' entire life,
it's
you know.
it's pretty I mean, listen, Pittsburgh Penguins had a great run, and this we all knew this was inevitable. Kind of like Rob Rossi said, this is inevitable. The fact that we're
Yeah.
losing this way, the fact that obviously Sid and the core is getting older, and we're losing 6-0 to the Washington Capitals, where they're one spot ahead of us.
Yeah, they're right there
It,
with us. I
it's
was gonna say.
it's not like they're number one in the Metropolitan. It's not like they're last in the Metropolitan. They're right there. They should be our equal. If not, we should be better. And
Yeah.
it just showed today that not only are we failing on the blue line, we're failing in the faceoff circle, are we failing in the offensive zone, the defensive zone, our penalty kill, our power play, our goaltending right now. Literally everything is a mess for the Pittsburgh Penguins. But the morale just
Yeah.
got whipped out of that room when they found out Jake Gensel is getting traded. We were talking about in our Discord, which if you haven't been there already, make sure that you hop on Discord / the Penguins Collective and get on Discord. We chat throughout the whole entire time. All today, when Carolina cleared a bunch of cap space, when they sent a bunch of guys on waivers. Wayne, go on. Hold on. The official rebuild starts tomorrow. Wait, what do you mean? Sorry. I was going on a rant,
No.
but I'm just making sure.
No. What he's saying is that like
Okay, it's fine.
offloading of Gensel, of other
The
talent.
rebuild starts today. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gourmand,
Don't stress.
you're stressing
You're
me out,
good.
Gourmand.
Keep going.
I'm my brain. I am refreshing
We
Twitter
we
while we
won't
go.
be we won't be first we won't be first to it,
Yeah, we will.
but we'll be first to react. So just let it come
Hey,
when it
I'm
takes place.
stressing out over here as it's very
Yeah.
visible, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, they were probably told that Gens got moved. I think in the Discord 15 minutes before puck drop. Oh, not puck drop, the warm-ups. So
You think?
they were all probably getting dressed, or at least in the locker room, like arriving. And I'm sure, just like any other workplace, hey, I'm pretty sure Jake got moved. What? Are you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jake got moved. It's not
Like
like,
they knew already.
no, I don't think it was definite. I think they thought it was happening, but
I don't
you
know.
cannot explain
Did you see the practice today?
8 minutes.
What?
So
What's
usually
8 minutes?
that's how long the practice lasted. 8 minutes.
Yeah. But did you see who was out there?
Jake
All
Gensel.
by himself doing his own drills.
Jake Gensel.
Jake Gensel in a black jersey.
Yeah. It was just to
Okay.
show the entire world
Yes,
that he's ready to
yes.
go. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand that, and I think everyone knew what was going on there. So early this morning, Carolina Hurricanes dropped like seven people in waivers to clear a bunch of cap space, and everyone kind of knew where this could lead, which is Jake Gensel. Then after that, Jake Gensel was out on the ice in a black no contact jersey, and
Contact jersey.
I understand, but for the video and picture purposes, so black is not a no contact jersey. Red is a no contact jersey. So why would they put him in a black jersey if not for media purposes? Because if he's hurt, he'd be wearing red, which technically he still is. So I think they just put him in a black jersey and said, go practice, go take some pictures. Now the Penguins practice, that hold on, I can't get distracted by the comments. The Twitter after the fact said that it was a no contact jersey. It was a black no contact jersey, is how they phrased it.
Interesting.
So I think it was just all for media purposes, literally only for media purposes, and they wanted to shop him.
This is my thing. Like I understand the premise of like the no contact jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. But like, how physical are practices to begin with? You know,
Mm-hmm.
like you're not going to have your own teammates just laying each other out or slamming them into the boards. So like, I don't know. I've always find that just pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's a tough year. It's gonna be even longer because we've a lot of games to go.
Yeah,
before the end of the year.
21 to be exact. Well, 20 now to be exact. Right. Yeah.
So 20
Oh
games
no,
left.
21 left. Sorry, excuse me.
We're at this is 61?
Yeah. 21.
Yeah, so 21 games. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Part of me is just like,
yeah,
you know, someone put it out there on Twitter, just tank and just, you know,
hope for the best
in the lottery. Yeah, hope for the best in the lottery, or, you know, see what this team can do and
I
try to make a push, but then end up doing the same thing that we did last year, just miss by a couple games. Like,
well,
that sucks.
we're definitely not going to miss by a couple games.
Tank.
We're I think as of right now, in a Metropolitan game, we lose 6-0. No effort, no nothing. This team gave up. This team gave up. And it's not like tanking purposes. I think there is a serious morale issue in that locker room. Now, to answer a question earlier in the podcast, hey, did Mike Sullivan lose the room? No, I don't think he did, because we had Uncle Donnie Harkins on the podcast last episode. And if you missed it, make sure you go take a listen to that one. But he said you have to put trust in the leadership, the players. Sid, Gino, Tanger, Carlson. You got to give them, hey, you guys need to bring up these guys back up to where they need to be. I can only
Mhm.
coach them how much, but you guys are solely responsible to bring these players back into it. That's what Donnie was saying. And I tend to agree. So, I mean, Sid has looked deflated the last couple of games. His play
Yep.
isn't bad. It's his motivation. Like he'll go into a corner and then just give up. And he'll do that, he'll give up. And I feel like that's exactly where the Pittsburgh Penguins are right now. They are done. They have just given up. The morale is out the window. The talent is out the window. This team is toast. And now we have to see. We have to wait and see what Dubas will do. I honestly believe it's going to be a clean house. We talked about this earlier that Mike Sullivan is most likely done at the end of this season with the whole entire coaching staff. There was a comment in here that got me distracted that said during his press conference after the game that he was like holding back tears. And I would love to watch that just to see
I,
if he really was, because he probably knows this was a defining moment. Because if this
I have a quote. I have
was
a quote.
Josh, lay the quote on me.
Someone asked him about the Gensel trade.
And he
He
said,
said, quote, nothing's official as far as my understanding, but obviously we didn't do a good enough job handling a lot of that noise around the team.
there you go.
Jake means an awful lot to these guys, and when you win championships together, there's a certain bond. End quote. So obviously, the team knew,
And it showed.
and it impacted them. It impacted them.
Well, like I said, I guarantee you they came in today. So they get into the arena around what time? 3:40, 4
3.
o'clock.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, maybe. Sure. Let's call it 3 o'clock. And they get into the arena. This is right when that time was kind of announced. And then they're talking. They're getting undressed to get ready, into their sporty clothes. And they're probably talking like, dude, I'm pretty sure Gens is gone. No, there's no way.
Yeah.
No, he's gone. I'm telling you, Carolina.
Oh,
What?
and Rod Brindamore is just quoted as saying, all of a sudden they came down and said we might have to hold him out, referring to Michael Bunting. And obviously we did. Other than that, I have no information to tell. So they found out right before as well on their side.
If you're familiar with Twitter, you'll know Big Head Hockey. This hurts to see already. That Jake Gensel is already in a Carolina Hurricanes uniform. That's tough to see.
Yeah, but that's just like the
I know, but it's so weird to see him in red. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Man.
Jake Gensel looks gone. It's not official. It really is not. But Jake Gensel most likely is no longer a Pittsburgh Penguin. And that stings because Josh and I have memories of watching him in Wilkes-Barre, seeing a talent that he was in the baby pens. And not only that, he was putting up records in the AHL. And when he was getting called up during the 16 season, when he was getting called up and down and up and down, and he was up in NHL for about what, like a couple weeks, maybe a month, and his record still stayed that season.
Yeah.
And I remember because me and Josh and our dad, we would go to hockey games, and in the intermissions, they would show you who's leading scoring points in the AHL, and Jake Gensel is still up there, while he hasn't been playing a Wilkes-Barre game in weeks. And it just goes to show how dominant he was in AHL. And then when he got called up, he scored 2 goals in his first game. He scored a goal on his first shift. And in fact, I got flowers to give to Jake Gensel. Here we go. Jake Gensel's tenure in Pittsburgh. 503 games, 219 goals, 36 goals per season, 466 points, 76-point season, a plus of 53, 34 goals in 58 playoff games, eighth highest goals all time, and second in Penn's history behind Lemieux. 170 even. Oh, wait. What's EVG again? Even strength goal? No.
No, expected.
What is that, Josh?
That's one of the analytics.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Hold on, let me find it.
All right. While you do that, I'll keep on going. One of 11 players who are point per game in the playoffs since his debut. He has
even strength goal percentage.
So it was even strength goal. I was kind of close. Okay. 170 even strength goal percentage, 10th in the NHL since debut. He has a market value, of 10.1 million. He has 2 different 40-goal seasons, 6 among the Penn's history, tied with Sidney Crosby. He's a 2017 Stanley Cup winner. And he is an all-star in 2020 and 2022. Now, he goes to say that he is one of the most memorable names in Penguins hockey. Now, history-wise, there's a lot of names. So I don't want to insult Jake Guentzel, but you also want to give him his flowers as well. He played his butt off for Pittsburgh in the organization, and you got to give that up to him. And it's a sad day, dude, because Penguins played like crap, and it was all because Jake Guentzel got dealt. And as I feel like, I think there's 2 ways to kind of take this. If you're a hockey player and you're in the room, your GM just gave up on you guys. Oh, sorry. That's not what I want during that moment. Poor timing. Like, if I walk into a locker room and I go, hey, Jake Guentzel got traded, your response is either, man, we're done. GM doesn't care about us. He's not getting better. We're selling. That's what you go. Oh, so that stinks. And then the either one, poop. Either it's that, or it's shock and, hey, this team is done. The soul got sucked out, and it's over. It's really over. The season is downright terrible.
I don't know what you expected. We've been saying it for a month.
I know. We were one of the first. We were the one who kind of we were one of the first people to say that Jake was gone, but
well, not only that, but just the season.
No, I know, but I'm talking about Jake. I'm talking about Jake more than the game. The game sucked. Okay. We got the details. Brian?
You got sources?
He said Mark Madden. Mark Madden's latest tweet. And this is what he's hearing. We are getting Bunting, 2 prospects, and a 2nd-round pick. Josh, first reaction? What's that?
So it's gonna take me a minute, but if the 2 prospects are the 2 prospects that were being thrown around in the chat, then it's something to be excited about, because Brian was talking about that Morrow guy, Scott Morrow, and then Wayne was talking about a Nikishin. So
yeah,
if it's those 2, both those guys seemed excited about for each of them. So if it's going to be both of those, that would be sick. But if not, we'll see who it is. And Brian said that's from Davis Pagnotta.
Yeah,
Not familiar with the name, but
he tweeted out. All right, in addition to bunting, yep, got it right now. In addition to bunting, some chatter Carolina's packaged Pittsburgh forgets to include 2 Carolina prospects and a second round pick. Still waiting on all the details.
yeah.
And everyone is saying, how are we not getting a first round draft pick for Jake Gensel?
So then that's what makes me think that the prospects are going to be really good.
Yeah, that's
because also at the same time, I mean, I saw it being thrown out there, and this was like really hard to like think about. Like Vladimir Tarasenko got traded for a 3rd rounder.
Yeah, but Tarasenko's market value is kind of dipped.
Sure, but he's still a name.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and that was just a draft pick. That was it. That's it. Just a draft pick. Jake Gensel, who is at their prime, probably just as good as Tarasenko, if not better. Okay. And someone out there said that they feel that the public perspective of Gensel is that he has been very blessed to be on Sidney Crosby's line.
Fair.
What is he without him? And you just don't know.
And
that's no knock on Gensel.
That's what I hear, Josh.
But
so
interesting to see.
Another little thing to throw on, a little spice, a little bit of flavor to throw onto this, is that there was rumors during this morning and kind of last night that the Pittsburgh Penguins are looking to rent out Jake Gensel. His contract is up.
I know. I saw that.
Is he? Are we wishing upon a star and sprinkling some fairy dust on this Jake Gensel trade? Whereas we trade Jake Gensel to the Carolina Hurricanes, get a buttload of stuff back, and then just re-sign him at the end of the year? And then all of a sudden, the world is happy again? We get milkshakes again? Wonder if Kyle Dubas is a genius. Wonder if he's doing all this and he goes, I know Jake has come back. I feel like if that happens, we got to build a statue for Kyle Dubas.
That would be crazy. I haven't seen anything like that before, but that would be wild, because what that would need to be is that teams so that the team would have had to negotiate with Jake and get his approval for this, and then kind of already have something on the table for when he returns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can't be like, oh yeah, we're going to trade you and, but we want you back.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay, everyone will say that, but at the same time, like,
well,
I don't know.
Per Frank Cervalli, which Wayne Gourmand
Brian made a good point.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Brian made a good point too. You want to build a statue for Dubas. If Jake does that, build Jake a statue.
He's the sacrificial lamb in this seriously. He's like, guys, I'll get traded so I could come back even stronger. Okay? So I could come back to a team that has a future.
Yeah.
And that way I'm the future of the Pittsburgh Penguins. He comes back. Sid retires in a couple years. Slap that C on Gensel's chest.
Stop it.
I'm getting excited now. Bye-bye, Jake. I'll see you next year. Anyway, per Frank Cervalli, there is no contract extension in the works for Jake Gensel after his trade is executed between the Canes and the Pens. No permission was granted prior to the deal. Carolina was hopeful to get him in and acquainted and then begin conversations. So does that give a little validity to that Jake Gensel is the sacrificial lamb and he's coming back to Pittsburgh?
No.
Is that what's happening, Josh?
If that's what happens, I don't name something and I'll do it, because that would be the most ridiculous thing and the most outrageous thing I have ever seen take place.
Chat, what should Josh do if Jake Gensel is a rental?
He's going to be a rental. I get that. No. The
All
thing
right.
is, he's got to come back to Pittsburgh.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Wayne Gourmand says he has to be a team-friendly deal, though. You're right, but here's the thing, Gourmand. The salary cap will be raised by the time his contract comes back around. So if we sign him to a 10 mil, that's A-OK by me, because in a year's time after that, we'll still have room. Kyle Dubas is a pooping genius. Okay. I'm actually excited now. This would be amazing. We tank, get a solid draft pick. We get Bunting, some second round draft pick, maybe some prospects. All of a sudden, Wilkes-Barre's winning the Calder Cup. And this confirms that the whole time Kyle Dubas is trying to get Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins a Calder Cup. I think his secret, this confirms it, right? No, he's getting youth. I think that's what it is. That's what it is. He was brought in to win Wilkes-Barre to get a Calder Cup.
Actually, I just looked it up.
Go ahead.
Michael Bunting is not a rental either. He just signed with Carolina this offseason for a 3-year deal.
How much?
Yeah, quite a bit. 4.5.
Oh, that's no bueno. So,
yeah, but if we move on from Riley Smith,
wonder if there's a 3-way trade, because guess what Kyle Dubas loves doing? He did it in the Carlson trade. I wonder if he'll do it with this guy. Have a team take financial burden, and we'll send a guy like Riley Smith, right? Hey, you have Riley Smith. You take 50% off of that contract. So now we only pay the guy $2 million a year for 3 years. That's actually not bad. Kyle, are you watching this right now? Kyle Dubas, you watching this? Because we're trying to help you out. Yeah, that would be great. I don't know. He has to watch this show.
Work. I don't think he does.
He does. He does. He texts me all the time. He asked me what I would do in this situation with Jake Gensel. I said, rent him, dude. Rent him out. Now, is this illegal to talk to a player and say, hey, I'm going to make a big old to-do. Okay? We're going to trade you, but I'll re-sign you for your asking price at the end of the year. Is that illegal? Does that go against things?
I thought the same thing. I don't know if that would be essentially illegal tampering. I wouldn't be surprised.
Right?
If, let's just say, all this actually happens, okay? We trade Gensel. Season is over. We bring them back. We sign them to a discounted price. And
For
then,
a long time.
yeah. And then the NHL says, you know what? We're
Something's
investigating
fishy.
that. We're
Something's
investigating that.
fishy about that. You can't love a team that much.
Because then otherwise, why wouldn't teams do this all the time?
I would do it all the time.
All the time.
Dude, we're stinking.
Yeah.
I will trade you out. And then you'll come back and we have all the prospects from you. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like a time period. Like you have to wait like a full season in order to get that player back.
No.
There's gotta be rules
There
against
isn't.
it.
There isn't. That's probably why Dubas
Man.
is like, what's something that no one has done before? Trade a guy on an expiring contract and bring him back.
Wonder if this is all a facade. Sid being upset. Everyone's in on it. No, wait, think about it. Let's think about this for a second.
Go off.
The power play is so bad, right? Wonder if this is just a facade. Because even strength goals, they score. But when they're put together, they don't. And it's almost like they never quite really have an answer. Whenever anyone asks them, hey, why is the power play so bad? I don't know. It's just not working. I feel like there's an agenda in the front office. Hey, guys, we need to make it look like we're tanking, like we're struggling. So that way, the NHL will buy the fact that we need to sell Gensel at the trade deadline. This is all a facade. We will trade away Jake. We'll get a great return that not only helps Wilkes-Barre win a Calder Cup, because that's what I've been sent here to do. Okay? Win a Calder Cup for Wilkes-Barre. We get a buttload in return for Jake. And then when the season's over and we get a solid draft pick, okay, we'll get like 9th in the draft, right? We'll get a guy, prospect, that's great, that's good. And then we re-sign Jake Gensel to a 6-year,
9
mil. I was going to say 8.5, but 9 mil. I don't know about you, but that's probably the greatest finesse. Okay? It's all a facade. Mike Sullivan, I don't know what's wrong with this team. I don't know. Did he lose the room? But then our GM and Fenway Sports Group goes, oh, we love Mike Sullivan. What are you talking about? Mike Sullivan's our guy. Why would he be your guy if we're losing all the time? Kyle Dubas? No way, man. No way. Are you guys refreshing the Twitter stream as much as possible? Because I am. All right. Whoa. I believe Hurricanes defenseman prospect Scott Morrow is one of the 2 prospects heading to Pittsburgh.
Brian, way to call it.
Way to call. All right. So Bunting, I got it. Bunting, Morrow, Blake, and a conditional second that can become a first. That's not bad. Not bad. If that's the true return, that's pretty good. So Bunting, Morrow, Blake, and a conditional second that can become a first. I wouldn't hate that. Chat, what do you think about that?
I don't know enough about the prospects.
Well, it sounds great.
Oh, Brian, are you connected with the Hurricanes here? Like you knew about Scott Morrow, and
Josh, they're all from Carolina.
Hold on, but then Blake, you know about Blake.
Who's Blake?
He's the other guy. He's
Yes,
Bri-
Josh, but
but
who
Bri-
is he?
but Brian just said no way we got Blake too. That's a heck of a deal.
Yeah, who's Blake is what I'm asking.
Enlighten us, Brian. Enlighten us. Teach us
Enlighten us.
through the
Teach
chat
it.
here.
Teach us your ways, dude. And I'm so
NES.
sorry for. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Number 2 and number 8 prospects in Carolina's prospect pool. Spent a lot of time researching prospects today. Brian, dude, we didn't get you on the pod. Apparently, he's researching stuff. We're not.
Spent a lot
Some
of
of
time
us,
researching prospects today.
some of us have jobs, Brian. Some of us have jobs, dude. No, but that's great. That's a good return. And I want to apologize to anyone listening on the podcast and being like, this show stinks. It does stinks. Not only because we're reflecting the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight against Washington, but it's a sad day. You know, it's a day just to kind of chill and hang out because guess what? Jake is gone. Jake is gone, and we have no idea for who. We really don't. We are finding out live in person what the trade is for Jake Gensel. Okay. Hold on. Somebody said Blake, or if I can dream a bit, Nick Kishin.
Yeah, that's the other prospect that Wayne was talking about.
So then,
but I think he's saying I don't think that's a reliable source. I think you're reading a fan.
oh no, I am reading a fan.
Okay, he doesn't know.
Oh.
He's just doing his wish.
No. That one. That's what I said. If he could dream a bit. That's not very sourcey talk. And then someone on the what is it called? Carolina Hurricanes Twitter verse says that they don't kind of see the Penguins retaining any bit of Gensel's salary.
Yeah, why would we? It's only what, 6?
6. Bunting is 4.5.
Yeah.
So
hey.
What are you hanging about?
Saved 1.5.
Hey, we are. Dubas is a financial genius. All right.
Wayne, hold on. Wayne, who is number 1? Is that Blake or that Nitishkin guy? Because I don't know anything about these prospects. That's why I'm never a big fan of these types of trades, just because, like, yeah. All right. That's what I had a feeling.
Nikishkin. Okay.
Nikishkin is the number 1 prospect. If it was Nikishkin, my bet is that it will be just Nikishkin.
I am so confused why they're not announcing it. You know, once again, this is Thursday, March 7th at 10:56 p.m.
Because I don't think they can announce it until you get to the like league office. Thank you. That's what I'm thinking.
That's a phone call away.
I get that. I get that.
Say, hey, we're trading this guy for who? Technically, we're going to put you on mute for a second. We're going to re-sign him in the offseason. Don't worry, guys. We're going to trade him for this guy.
Yeah, and if that's true, that he signed in the KHL through 2025, I don't know if I want Nikishkin then. Because then we got to wait another year and a half.
Yeah, but Dubas is all about prospects.
But we got to wait a year and a half to get that guy?
We're waiting for Yeager.
You were saying that he may be ready as early as next year.
because
them.
we need him to be ready. There's a difference. There's a difference between letting him get ready and us going, hey, can you kind of speed up the process a little bit? Our defense sucks or our offense sucks. Agreed. We don't want him. He doesn't help Sid win another cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need prospects. We definitely need something. But we also need the Penguins. Oh, I thought something was put in our Discord. It was, but it was something that information we already know.
Got it.
So,
Who's in our Discord that isn't here right now?
A designer. Shout out to designer.
Where you at, bro?
Yeah, dude, come on. This show stinks today. It does stink, and I'm grateful for all of you guys
because there's
watching.
nothing to talk about based off of the game. The game was absolutely horrendous.
And I know,
on
Josh, you're not wrong.
And then on top of it, you had this. We talked about the dark cloud last game. This
dark
time,
cloud.
The dark cloud was literally just
literally
the Grim Reaper, just
hey.
ripping our souls out.
Dark cloud. You gotta say it.
Cloud. Do it one more time.
Dark cloud.
Dark cloud.
No. Dark
cloud.
Cloud. It's almost like Claude, but imagine if there was no E. So you just be dark Claude. All right. Yeah. You just need to come to Pittsburgh for a bit. It was a rude awakening. It was my first day on the job. And I'm not going to tell you where I work, but that was first day on the job. And the woman who was training me was older and very yinzer. And she was like, oh yeah, the car, all this stuff. Not Boston, but like not car. But just
And by the way, people they just have to go back in our videos to I think a few of the ones where you were solo, you were wearing where you work t-shirts.
Hey Josh, they don't need to know that. You know what I'm saying? But thanks. Cool, dude. It could have just been a t-shirt. Do I work at New Balance, Josh?
That's so different.
How's it different?
So different.
They don't know. But I'm glad. Different. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, just go ahead. Just watch another episode. You know where I work. Come find me. It has the address on it, so I'll see you there.
Does it really on the shirt?
No, on the back. But that's not all where I work. Okay. NES says I work at McDonald's. It's not true, dude. That's not true. I would love to work at McDonald's, but
are you serious?
What?
Totally different from the trade. But
what?
Man, I don't like the guy, but I can't not
Tom
say something.
Tom Wilson's grandfather. Tom Wilson's grandfather passed away. And we send our thoughts and prayers to the Wilson family. Do we like Tom Wilson on every other day besides today?
No.
Do we like him today? No. But we send condolences.
It looks pretty cool with that.
But we'll cut.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing, NES. Thanks. I do work at McDonald's. That's where I work. No, I work at a couple different places. I'm all over the place. You'll never know where I'm at.
Are we going to stay on until we get the full?
Well, we were supposed to have a guest. So I was kind of killing time until he came on. But
that's all right. We'll just get the information.
I'm sure he's busy. And it's not Uncle Donnie. Don't worry. So it's not him. It's not that you'd be worried, but Um. All right, here
Man,
we
I just
go.
want the information. Like, just
I
give me
th-
the
I
information.
know. I know. Oh wait, is North Carolina? No, they're not a time behind. What am I talking about?
No, not at all.
Yeah, because I was telling the guy, hey, hop on at 10:30. And I was like, oh, is there a time difference for him? But there's not. I'm an idiot because this is North Carolina. So, well, we for everyone listening and watching, we were supposed to have a guest on, so we were kind of killing time. But it looks like he got busy, which it's really not a big deal. He's a Carolina Hurricanes guy, and we were just going to talk and kind of figure out who these guys were, whoever was involved in the trade, and we were hoping that the trade would break while we were live, so that way we can talk about it. Clearly, that's what we were hoping for because that's all we've been talking about and trying to fill the dead time with. So we appreciate you chilling out, and yeah.
Um, Before we go, it's definitely not going to be Nikishkin.
Okay, so it looks like it's Morrow, and what's the other one?
Blake.
Blake.
There's a Carolina guy that said that Tishkin has been reported as untouchable in the front
From
office.
who?
From what's that?
Yeah, well, so was Jake Gensel last year. So
Okay, but that's different. He
is
kind
it,
of
Josh?
was last year.
Is it though?
Yeah, this year definitely not.
Now, Josh, what do you want to do? You just want to end the podcast, or just end the podcast and stay live?
Um, I mean, I don't know.
Chat. What do you guys want to do? What do you want to do,
We're
chat?
kind of stuck here. So
Yeah. How about this? We'll just do our ending for the audio version. Sorry, people, if you guys want to hang out more, make sure you get on Discord and or follow us on YouTube and come on the live stream. You get to hang out sometimes. But if not, this is all you're going to get. So with that, thank you guys for listening to this podcast. You could find this podcast wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Our next game is Saturday, 3:00 against the Boston Bruins. And we will go live right after that. Jake Ensel is no longer a Penguin, and that is sad, and that is very disheartening. Can't wait to see how the boys react after that. We will see you guys in that episode. And as always, Josh,
let's go, Pens.
hello, everyone. We just faked out everyone who's on Spotify. We're still live. We're not going anywhere. We're still live.
So John Butchergrass just dropped some.
He dropped some knowledge.
He just dropped something. Blake. It's gonna be Blake.
So it's Blake.
Because Butchergrass just
Nope.
posted
Frank Cervalli said Scott Morrow is not in the deal. So it's not Morrow and Blake.
All right. Well, I think it's going to be Blake because John Butchergrass just put up a picture of Blake with a bunch of penguin emojis.
It's not okay, but it's not Scott Morrow. So we got Blake
So
for sure. That's great.
It's not going to be.
So here's the Frank Cervalli. Okay.
I see it. Yeah.
Pens and Canes are in process of setting up a trade call. Believe the package includes Jake Gensel in exchange for a conditional pick that can become a first, multiple prospects, pieces, plus bunting. It's a multi-layered deal. Canes prospect Scott Morrow is not in the deal. Yeah. So,
Dang it.
Brian, that's a good point. Morrow not being in there is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. So, what are we getting?
Hmm.
We have people. So now we could, Josh, we could be a little more relaxed. So there could be dead silence here if we want. Um,
This kind of stinks here.
so now what is that? What does that look like? What does that look like, everybody?
See, now Jesse Marshall, because Penguins Jesus tweeted at Jesse Marshall saying, if it's Jake for Bunting, Blake, Morrow in a second, that's a decent haul. And Jesse Marshall responded, bigger than I expected, I think, assuming it's both prospects mentioned. But it's not. So I don't understand
A lot
how
of
we're
people are
getting.
now saying Jesse Marshall is saying bigger than I expected, I think, assuming it's both
Yeah,
prospects mentioned. Is
that's
that
what
what
I
you were
just
just
said.
saying?
That's
Yeah, sorry.
literally what I just said.
I'm sorry.
You're just not listening to me. I just don't
Hey,
feel heard by
you
you.
don't feel heard. Sorry, Josh. Jake Gensel's not a Penguin. And now people are just hopping on the Penguins crap. Um um People are just hopping on this Penguins tragedy, saying now Sidney Crosby's leaving Pittsburgh. Saying he's done. He's sick and tired of this. He wants to go get a cup.
Yeah, no,
So
and I'm sick of
that's
that because
yes, I
because
agree. I agree.
what's his name? The TNT Biz, they were doing a thing where it's like teams and what they should do at the trade deadline. And one of the things was the Penguins. And Biz was like, they should do a Penguin should do the NHL a favor and trade Crosby to the Avalanche. It's like, no, that's not doing NHL a favor. That's doing the Colorado Avalanche a favor. Like, because
No,
that's not doing.
that's doing Nathan McKinnon a favor. That's not doing
Mm,
anything but that.
yeah.
Because I'm sure Colorado's like, yeah, we'll take Sidney Crosby. Who wouldn't want to take Sidney Crosby? But it's more for Nathan McKinnon. And that's what he means by NHL. Because how great would it be? That's the Dwayne Wade LeBron situation and Chris Bosh.
Yeah. And is Frank Saravilli the guy that was crapping all over Sidney Crosby about the All-Star game?
Was he?
I think he's that guy.
Oh, get him out of here.
Wayne?
Wayne, what
What
do
do you
you
know?
know that we don't, dude? What do you? So, guys, tell us in the chat. Brian says yes, it is that douche canoe.
Yeah. Can we trust this guy
I
then? Can we even trust this guy? What if it
yeah
ends up? Here's my thing. He put not Morrow in all caps. If it's Morrow, can we just discredit this man?
yeah. Frank says call with NHL is being set up now. He's a Philly guy, Brian. Why are we even trusting him?
Yeah. Why are we following him?
Who cares? If it is Morrow, I am blocking him. I don't block people. I think that's still silly.
Well, I'll unfollow him. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
unfollow him too.
Oh, he is a
What?
Philly fan.
Get him out. Get him out of time. There's no way. We have guys. There's no way we have 30 people watching this. This show stinks. What are you doing here?
We have 30 people watching right now. What are you
We
doing
have
watching us just refreshing our
do it.
Twitter accounts?
Yeah, that's literally what we're doing right now, guys. If you're watching this, can we just get a wave emoji, like a hand emoji, so I could see?
I don't think we're going to get 30 wave emojis.
Hey, Josh, let me do what I want to do. Let me live my life. Just give me a wave emoji. Can you leave me alone? Not you. You know, like NES is on Twitter right now. What is it? Hey, NES! I got a wave emoji.
Why doesn't it work?
I don't know. I don't know who's in charge of what is this? Like these
Frank Saravelli.
No. What are you talking about? The this thing. The balloons, the confetti, the fireworks. Because it works on Apple. Is it just an Apple thing?
No, it works on Zoom.
Yes, but you have an Apple device, Josh.
No, it works on
You have an Apple device. So it's the camera, not the program.
Yeah.
I just got my own answer. If you're in the chat and you're like, Louie, it's actually Apple. All right, Wayne, what do you know? Dan Kazgursky, I know I butchered that one. There is going to be a natural letdown after the Gensel return is announced. There will be wailing and gnashing of the teeth if it doesn't include Morrow or Nikishkin, but you might
be surprised.
What? Be wrong.
I was waiting for the rest. Ooh, be wrong. Ooh, nice.
Thanks. Wayne, Gorma. What's the last? There's no way 30 people are watching this. Come on. I want to hear it. I want to see it.
Okay,
guys, look at my chair. Hold on. Look at this chair. It goes all the way back.
All right, a couple tweets that I just want to mention.
Josh, go for it.
Penguins Jake, if you don't follow him, @ Jacob Carroll. Good
shout
follow.
out.
But he says, Kyle,
shout out.
We all have work in the morning. Love it, because that is so true. And then not Malkin Ego Malkin Ego.
Yeah,
this Gensel trade is proving that many NHL insiders don't have the intel you might think they do. What an infuriating trade in every aspect. 1000% agree with that.
Yeah, thanks NES. It is a comfy chair. So I'll kill the time while we're just staring at our screens. Now there's 34 people watching this. There's no way, dude.
Sorry, Brian.
There's no way. Oh, I work in DC with a bunch of Caps fans. Tomorrow's going to be brutal. You know what you tell them? You don't. You just punch them in the face. That's what you do, dude. There's no way there's 34 people watching this. And if there is, give me the hand emoji, the waving emoji. Wear that black and gold proudly. That's right. Gourmand is telling Brian, hey, dude, come on.
Hey. Why haven't we heard anything from Mark Friedman?
Elliot Friedman. Because
Mark Friedman's a hockey player, right?
He used to play for the Penguins, yeah.
Yeah.
He was a Philly guy too. I don't know. Josh has a really good point. Probably because Elliot Friedman is like, not my problem.
No, I think he's probably the only guy that's like, I don't have the
Jake Gensel's not even traded.
What
if he comes out? Yeah. It's actually, I'm getting Malkin. I don't know where they're getting Jake Gensel. Or it's like, it's not even the Penguins, it's the Panthers. I think they just saw the P and just assumed. Man. Penguins Jake also just tweeted, Penguins Jake, if you're watching this, dude, just come on right now. I didn't just spend 10 minutes researching Moro for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
agreed.
a good one. All right, come on, let's get it.
Yeah. Brian.
Oh, Matt Mager
He's
just said something.
yeah. He's
Pagnota
a
says one thing. 2 minutes later, Cervelli says another. Where is the Friedman tweet to spare us from these amateurs?
called it. That's what I'm saying. He's the really only reliable guy in the NHL, I think.
How hilarious would it be? Trade doesn't even get announced tonight
I'll be pissed.
because it's 11 o'clock. The media team, are they going to say, oh, yeah, we'll post it? We'll put a graphic up at 12 at night? No way. They're probably waiting till the morning.
Because you know why I hope it doesn't. I hope it happens right now is because I know that if it gets announced tomorrow, guess what we have to do? We have to do a reaction video. I ain't got time for that. Let's get it now.
Josh, you have time for it.
I do not.
You do.
NES?
Elliot, NES. I like
What?
NES's on Twitter, by the way. Elliot also has some wild hair. It's true. dude.
Did you see him on TNT? I had no idea his hair was like that.
I thought Elliot was so much older than he was.
Oh,
But
he's
I
about
guess.
the age I thought he was.
No, I thought he was older.
Really?
I was expecting Butchergrass age, you know?
No. Like,
Josh, that looks like a comfortable chair. Well, my name's Louie.
I think he's
And
talking
this
about
chair's-
mine. Mine's my
No.
couch.
Hey,
So,
listen.
look
This
at
is a comfier chair. Look at this. Look at this.
Look at all the cushion I got here.
This is the content people ask for. Thank goodness we ended our podcast, and this is just extra. Now, Gourmand, you can't just LOL. Who are you talking about?
I think he's LOLing at the fact that you said my name is Louie.
Dude, this is a more comfortable chair than a couch, dude.
Because our names are right there. I think he
I
can read.
know.
I think he knows who's who.
You know what's so Josh knows this. Everyone else will now know this. There's something wrong with the floors at my house. They kind of Wayne, Gourmand, watch this, dude. Hold on. Ready for this?
This is ridiculous.
Look at this, dude. I'm basically lying down. This is great, dude. This is content.
This is the stupidest content ever.
This is content. What was I saying? People don't know this. The floors in my house kind of bow down, and it's not just because I'm fat. It's because it naturally does that, and the floor gives a bit. NES says, you actually have mentioned this before. Okay, I'm glad NES that this has resonated with you. So every time I adjust my chair, ready? It like wheels down a bit.
Back into the center.
I look, not doing a lot of effort here. And I'm just going in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's wrong with that. I would like a little more. Did the blood drain from the floors when you had to change them? What are you talking about, NES? Did the blood drain into the floors and you had to change them? What? No. What is that reference, dude? What is that? What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh. That's so ridiculous. Oh.
Pens and Canes are setting up a trade call. Oh my gosh.
People just keep retweeting the same tweet.
And oh yeah, trade call just ended. Jake Gensel is a Carolina Hurricane. We already knew that, Pierre. Holy crap, dude. I could have tweeted that. And oh yeah, trade call just ended. Jake Gensel's a Carolina. I didn't need to do the trade call just ended. We already knew Jake Gensel is a Carolina Hurricane. Make the stupid announcement. He tweeted it out twice.
Wait. No, the conditions on the 2024 first round pick dealt to Pittsburgh. If Carolina does not make the Stanley Cup final, Pens will instead receive Philadelphia's second round pick.
What? Conditions. I see it right there.
So
if Carolina does not make the Stanley Cup final, Pens will. So we are banking on Carolina making the cup.
Yeah.
That is ludicrous, dude. I feel like it should be a little more challenging. I think it should be a little more challenging. I say, hey, it's a first. If you make the Stanley Cup, then it becomes a second. Now you got something to work for.
Why? Wait. No. That's backwards.
No. It's a first if you don't make the Stanley Cup. But if you do make the Stanley Cup, then we'll take a second.
Yeah.
They're saying we have a second unless they make the Stanley Cup final, then we get a first. That's so weird.
I mean, honestly, they can. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up winning it. Can we get Philadelphia's first if if they win it?
Wonder if they win the cup. Not just get there.
Can we get Nitishkin that way?
There's a clause in there. If the Carolina Hurricanes win the Stanley Cup, then all of a sudden we get everyone's first round draft pick. Conditions. Here it is. Wayne Guamau. 2 picks? Where are you getting 2 picks, dude? Conditions on Carolina's 5th round pick in 2024. Wait, why are they getting a 5th round pick? If Carolina does not win the Stanley Cup, and 24 Pens will not receive. What? There's 2 picks?
What are you talking about?
Look at Wayne's. Come on. It's up on the screen.
Oh, there's another pick.
Where do you see this? Come on. All right, so the only thing we know is that Jake Gensel is for sure a Carolina Hurricane.
Oh, it's Pierre. Pierre is doing it.
Yeah, he probably Elliot Friedman texted Pierre. He's like, I'm not staying up this late.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I think I trust Pierre. He's been pretty.
Yeah, Pierre sounds good. I like Pierre. Pierre. I don't like. What is that from?
Is that a parrot?
Yeah. I forget. Something named Pierre.
Question.
Answer.
Jake was only here for the second Stanley Cup, right?
Yeah, I thought. Luke! Dude, I'm so glad you're here right now. You're late to this podcast right now, but we're already technically done. He's on the official Penguins collective beer league hockey team. Luke Bauer.
Is he friends with Ethan Stick?
Ethan Stick. Who's Ethan?
Easton. Sorry, Easton Stick. Easton
oh,
Stick.
Josh, you were trying to make a hockey equipment joke and you butchered it.
I did.
Because I was like, who's Ethan?
Dang it.
You should have said, is he friends with CCM?
No, there really is a person named Easton Stick.
Is there really?
Mm-hmm.
Is he in like hockey or?
Not at all. No.
Oh, just know him.
No, I don't know him. He's a quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers. and he was just at the Anaheim Ducks game, and like the mascot came down with an Easton stick for him.
That's cool.
Right.
We have 37 people watching this. There's no way.
Go home, people.
What are you doing here? What are we doing that's entertaining?
And
When
okay, can we just also preface
they're
this that
probably go ahead.
like I'm sure some of you that are listening are saying 37, that's not a lot. But
To us, it is.
we started this with no one listening.
Brian, he said it's hot.
Brian. Wait, we didn't get Blake or Morrow?
Full trade. I got it. Full trade. Pittsburgh trades. We are retaining. Pittsburgh trades Jake Gensel, 25% retained, and Ty Smith to Carolina in exchange for Michael Bunting, Vile Kuvinen, Vasil Ponomarev, Cruz Lucius, Carolina's first round pick in 2024 conditional, and Carolina's fifth round pick in 2024 conditional. Josh was so shocked by that. He left. Josh is gone. Wow.
The freak just happened?
I don't know. I just said you were so shocked by that trade. You were
Wayne.
That's not a good return, right? I mean, we got a lot of people. But no Blake? Elliot Friedman comes out of nowhere and says, "Here we go." All right, so Elliot Friedman, we can now trust this. He says to Carolina, Gensel, Ty Smith, to Pittsburgh, Michael Bunting, Vile Kuvinen, Vasily Ponomarev, Cruz Lucius, conditional 2024 first, conditional 2024 fifth. So that's the official thing. So I'm assuming, and chat help me out here, that Kuvinin and Ponomarev and Lucius are all AHL guys, or at least prospects. Is that fair? Are those guys just not NHL ready? Only one is Michael Bunting. Who's NHL ready on that list? I feel that's rough. That's rough. Kuvinin is in Finland. Oh, so this is a bad trade. This is like really bad. So the only NHL player that we got in return is Michael Bunting. That's the only NHL player. That's rough, dude. That is rough. You're saying Ponomarev is AHL. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I think that is not good. Not good. I don't know. I'm trying not to overreact. I'm really not. But all right, so Lucius is still in Wisconsin. Kuvinin is in Finland. Ponomarev will be going to the AHL. So then, conditional, if Carolina makes the Stanley Cup, okay, we get a first-round draft pick. Oh. And the conditional 5th-round draft pick. I'm not a fan of this. Josh, help us break this down. I can hear you. It's rough right now. We got 44 people watching right now. Let's try to give them something to talk about. Josh is gone again. This is rough here. This is absolutely rough. This makes no sense, chat. All right. I want to hear everyone's response in the chat. Go ahead. Put it in there. I want to see what you guys think. Is this a good deal? Is this a bad deal? Come on. Put it in the chat. I want to see.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So I was hearing most of it. I know you're asking for the chat's opinions, but I think it was Brian who put in there that not having any NHL ready prospects for next year is really disappointing. Such a bummer, because that's kind of the thing that we needed.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. So we're planning to suck again. So, all right. Josh, I hear the echo. I just want to let you know.
I know I don't know what to do. I'm sorry.
Oh, the AirPods gave out.
Yeah, I don't have any.
That's fine. No, I'll just deal with it. Sorry. We got to see what they're going to do tomorrow.
If anything,
does Dubas do anything tomorrow? Because if he doesn't, this goes back to what I was saying before, that Mike Sullivan's gone. That this whole entire coaching staff is gone. He believes in the team that he put together. And getting rid of Jake Ensel, getting prospects, and getting those draft picks is a way of appeasing everyone and getting everything situated. Yeah, NES, I see that in the chat. He'll probably sell more players tomorrow. Now, who are we looking at? That's the real question. Who are we looking to get rid of? I'm thinking Riley Smith, maybe Graves. Is that like a possibility? Is that someone that we could get rid of? Yeah, Wayne. Not one NHL ready prospect. That's not a good look. I would have rather kept Jake and try to re-sign him for a hometown discount. Yeah, I think. Yeah, but see, here's the thing, though. Oh, sorry. You shop him around a bit. And then we have to re-sign him. He's going to say, okay, well, now my price went up. Or he walks and we get nothing. So it kind of is like we had to trade Jake Ensel. But Josh, rate this trade out of 5.
I was going to do a letter grade.
letter grade is a little too vague. Because
What?
if you
What?
give if you give someone like a B,
No. You got to do the plus minus. You got to do it.
okay, so what is a B minus?
I think it's a C plus. Just because the
I
prospects
don't.
aren't that highly rated. However, someone did put out some information about the prospects. Okay. That
Yeah.
Koivunen that is
He's
over in Finland, he has 55 points in 57 games, and he's only 20 years old. Lucius is playing at University of Wisconsin, and he's the top scorer with 31 points in 32 games.
okay.
I don't know when they'll be ready. It's probably not next year, but I don't know.
Or maybe it is next year. Maybe we get Kuvinen over next year. Maybe Lucius does come leave school early. They are still years away from being NHL ready, though. That's what Wayne says. Yeah, I don't know. Does that mean we start the process on guys like Yeager and Pickering? Do we give them a shot next year?
You have to.
You have to, right? Because
Yeah.
now we have guys who are in the system. Bring them up. See what they can do. So Yeager's coming. And I think this all goes to show Dubas isn't done. He can't. He can't be done. He can't. He
Ooh. Mark Madden came out and said, "Not the trade I heard or hoped for."
Ooh, tweet at him. Tweet at him. Say, what was it? Hold on, where is it?
Yeah, Wayne. Yeager, Pickering, and these guys all coming up at the same time. True rebuild. It's possible.
Now
Unless if this is twofold. Whoop.
balloons.
You allow these guys to develop wherever they are, whether it's AHL, whether it's college, whether it's Finland, whatever. And you spend in the off season for NHL ready players. And while you're competing NHL level, you allow those guys to develop, and then you bring them along the year after. I don't know.
Brian made a great point here. Jake was the trade to get top tier prospects, and we didn't. I am not expecting much of any impact tomorrow. I hope not, Brian. I hope we get something. I think I hope we're really riding on.
Can I be the silver lining person here?
Absolutely, Josh.
So just rewind here. What was Gensel drafted? He was a 3rd round draft pick. So
you're hoping we get someone like that.
These guys can be found. And if one of these guys pans out, then it's worth it. The whole thing is worth it. The hard part about these trades with prospects is that you don't know. You don't know until they hit the ice, because there were so many prospects over the entire history of the NHL that were supposed to be great, stepped out on the ice, horrible.
Look at a great example. Just to go off your point, Josh.
Yeah.
Look at Nylander. Couldn't play with the Pens. Goes to Columbus. Hat trick. Points in every game he's played so far.
Yep.
He could be their top 6 next season if he keeps it up. He didn't work out in Pittsburgh, but he's working out in Columbus. Maybe these guys that we're getting, especially when it comes to training camp next season, that's where all the prospects come to play.
Yep.
Maybe that's the year where they go, Owen Pickering, Yeager, you're up, you're playing. If not Pittsburgh, Wilkes-Barre. Hey, you guys, you're ready to go. Get you in the system. We need to grow Wilkes-Barre. We need to get these guys going. We need to get them in a competitive field. So that way when we call on them, they come in. That is a silver lining.
Yeah.
Max Talbot's a little bit different than Jake Ensel, though. I appreciate the Max Talbot love, and he is great. But he is not compared to Jake Ensel at all.
Yeah.
He's one of... So here's the problem. Chris Kunitz, Pascal Dupuis, Max Talbot, these guys that you get for cheap worked because they know their roles and they play in a system that helps their situation. If we had Max Talbot now, I don't know if he would be that effective as he was when he was on the Pens. If we had Chris Kunitz now, would he be as effective as he was back then? You know? Now, Bunting is young, right?
28.
Oh, so no.
Well, he's
Jake
younger
is what?
Younger than
28.
Gensel.
Jake is 29.
No, I think Jake is 30.
Is he really? I could have swore.
He is
This
29. My apologies. He's 29.
Yeah. Wow. Carolina already tweeted out, welcome.
I know, I saw.
Jake Gensel is a Carolina Hurricane. And what do the Penguins do? Nothing. Oh, no. They posted it. They just posted it. Their official trade. I mean, when you look at it on paper, it is pretty impressive. The return that we got.
Yeah. I just hate the fact that like we don't get the 5th round unless if they win the cup.
That makes no sense. We should automatically get that fifth.
Yeah, because I mean you're getting Ty Smith too. It's not like I don't know.
Mark Madden tweeted, to me, it's a bunch of lottery tickets. I don't hate it, just not impressed. So what he's saying is
that's fair.
It's a bunch of gambles. We don't know how they're going to turn out, but hopefully. Hope.
Yeah.
Now here's the part where I say, Jake Gensel, dude, sucks to see you go, man. It really does. Ty Smith, didn't know you long enough to care. But, buddy, see ya. Jake, you all right, Josh?
Yeah, we're all good.
Sound like a gunshot in the house.
Yeah, we're all good.
Jake Gensel's gone. He's no longer a Penguin. It sucks. Hopefully. I don't know what to say. You know, like it's hard. Like if Jake was right here, I would say, dude, thank you so much for helping the Penguins win in 16 and 17. Thank you for competing hard, being the best player on the ice. And besides it. And I
He
hope
was
you win
only
the cup.
he was only here for the 17 cup run. Just saying.
Well, thanks for helping the back to back. And good luck in Carolina. We'll see you in October, dude. We'll see you. Come back.
July. July.
Just sign him in July.
Yeah, July 1st. Sign him.
That's good.
Danny Hall. I agree.
Danny, welcome, dude. Our podcast has long been over. We're kind of just hanging out, reacting to the news. So welcome. Danny Hall says the conditional pick is annoying. I'll throw you up. Similar to the Bemstrom trade, becoming a weird Dubas thing. Yeah, how are you feeling about Dubas? Mark Madden says it's a bunch of lottery tickets.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel, Danny?
Why don't you answer your own question?
How do I feel?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was expecting like at least 2 NHL ready guys. And then I was expecting 2 NHL ready guys, 2 prospects, and at least a draft pick. I wasn't expecting a first. I was expecting like a third or fifth, similar to what we got. Well, conditional, but I was honestly thinking but let's just take what we got. So Michael Bunning, great. Add another NHL guy, maybe a bottom 6 or maybe someone who is kind of competing for Carolina, and then get 2 prospects and get a draft pick. That should be for Jake Ensel alone. But we threw in Ty Smith, which is fine. Cool. So if we threw in Jake Ensel and Ty Smith, what I just said should make sense. But
yeah, I don't think you're wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think you're wrong. I think
Yeah, Brian kind of nailed it there. He doesn't know why we call it a first rounder because it's definitely not. It's a second round that can become a first.
Yeah. Like with Dubas, like he came in with a lot of hype and a lot of excitement and didn't have a lot of home runs in free agency, especially now looking back, hindsight. But then he, kind of won over a lot of fans by trading for Erik Karlsson. And then lost a lot of it because of Erik Karlsson's play this year. Granted, I don't think anyone really expected him to be a 100-point player again on our roster. That would have been unrealistic, but for someone his caliber, I think you expect a little bit more play because again, you want to go to the stats, fine. He's a decent defenseman. Great. However, you look at the eye test, that guy struggles at the blue line. He struggles. And that's saying a lot for, a 3-time Norris Trophy winner getting paid $10 million. So lost a lot of fanfare there. And now with this trade, I think he's going to lose more because Jake Ensel was a hometown kid. He was, I shouldn't say hometown, homegrown kid and a fan favorite. And now he's gone and not much in return for it. Not much of value because someone put it in there that apparently Dubas had said that he wanted quality over quantity. This sure looks like quantity, if you ask me.
Over quality.
Yeah. So I don't know. He's going to have to do a lot to win a lot of fans back.
I think his own way of doing things came back and bit him in the butt. He did this with Eric Carlson in Carolina, where when it was the stakes of where Carlson was going to land,
Yeah.
he basically was hands off, and he was like, "Oh yeah, well, I'll let it come to me. I'll work the system to where it benefits me in the end." And I think it honestly turned into him waiting and trying to put the pressure on Carolina, and Carolina was like, "Yeah, we're not budging, dude."
Yeah.
And 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 he was like, "Crap. Okay, I'll take those guys. I'll take them." And he end up getting fleeced because now not incredibly fleeced, but with the prospects he got fleeced. With the prospects he got fleeced. I'm not
I
I'm not
here,
entirely mad with the um what is it called? The draft picks.
yeah, the only thing is like in order to have like a notch in Dubas's side, I'm struggling tonight on the win category of this trade,
Yeah.
Jay can't re-sign with Carolina. He can't. Because if he re-signs it in Carolina, this trade was a disaster.
Yeah.
If he leaves Carolina and signs elsewhere, comes back home, whatever, then good trade. Because again,
If
then it
he
was
comes back
then
well, hold on. If he comes back to Pittsburgh, it's the greatest trade of all time.
absolutely he could have gotten just a bag of chips and a sandwich. I wouldn't have cared. But um, as long as he's not in Carolina next year, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Brian said Kuvo is their number 4 prospect according to this random site. When was
Okay.
it edited? 2 hours ago? An hour ago? I don't know. I mean, I'm trying not to overreact because everyone on Twitter right now is overreacting. They're saying that this is a bad trade, that this is not a good return. I think we all can agree the season's done.
Oh yeah.
It's over. Yeah, okay. So, does he do anything right now? Or is this now all off-season stuff for Kyle Dubas?
Mm. Can I read you a tweet? I'm sorry if you were in the middle of something.
No, I was asking you a question, but go ahead.
Oh. So this guy named David Saint, I'm going to go with St. Louis. He's a hockey analyst and prospects writer for Elite Prospects. Okay. Koivunen. We'll go Koivu. High hockey sense playmaker, supports plays well, skating a slight weakness. Upside top 9 forward. Ponomarev.
No. Ponomarev.
Ponomarev. Hardworking two-way forward, bottom 6. Cruz Lucius, which sounds like a name in an auto generator when you are creating a player on NHL.
Love it.
Deceptive, flashy playmaker. Skating also a weakness. Skilled, but may not translate to NHL.
All right.
Yikes, dude. Yikes.
He's a terrible skater. Never making that NHL level. Downright sucks at hockey. But yeah, we'll trade him. So Lucius is a no-go?
Sounds like all 3 are no-goes. If your upside is a top 9 forward, what does that even mean?
I don't know, Josh. I don't know. All right, listen. Which go back to my original question. Off season or now? Does Dubas do something now, tomorrow? If you're Kyle, you
I
doing
think
something?
I think you have to try and get something for the expiring contract of uh, Alex Nedeljkovic.
Sure.
I think you try and trade Riley Smith. I
Riley
think
Smith. What about Raquel? Does he have a no movement clause?
yeah, everyone's got a no movement clause.
I know. Are we the team that has the most no movement clauses?
We got to be up there.
Yeah, because there's like 7 of them, right?
There's quite a bit. Let me see if I can find the. Oh
Go to
God,
Cap Friendly.
Cap Friendly already freaking has Jake Gensel as a Hurricane. That is fast, dude.
They're up. They're working hard right now. Shot at.
All right, so
All right.
let's see. You ready for this grossness? Crosby, no movement clause. Malkin, no movement clause. Raquel, no movement clause. Smith, no movement clause. Bunting, no movement clause. Carter, no. Hold on. Bunting is already on here with a no movement clause.
Wait, how does he have? We didn't what?
Noel Achari, no
Oh,
movement clause.
Jari has the no movement clause.
Jeff
Next, you're gonna
Carter,
tell me Jansen Harkins has a no movement clause.
Jeff
No,
Carter,
no
no
offense to
movement
Jansen, I
clause.
love him, but
Eric Carlson,
no
Chris
movement. Said,
Letang, Ryan
yeah.
Graves, Marcus
Ryan
Pettersson,
Grace has a no movement clause.
and Tristan Jarry, and Brian Rust.
Oh my gosh!
So 1,
This
2.
team is gonna stink for the next 5 years.
So 13 of our players. But now listen, just because they have
How
it
is
on
that
there.
an upside?
Listen, because it's, you can always ask them to waive it. Like
Oh yeah, let's ask
Michael
10
Bunting
guys.
and Gensel had a no movement clause. It had to be waived.
So tell me, who else goes?
I think you try to get something for the contracts. So it would
trade
be
Nedeljkovic, Riley Smith.
well, no, Riley Smith technically is still under contract for next year, but I would just try to move him just because he doesn't want to be here. So you move him. You try to move Alex Nedeljkovic. And then realistically, I try to get something for POJ. Unless if you want to try and build around him, the defense around him for the future, which it's not too bright. But other than that, a lot of guys are coming back next year. You know, there's not a lot of guys that have expiring contracts. I mean, Emil Bemstrom, he's expiring. Jansen is expiring. Jeff Carter is expiring. And Chad Ruedel and Alex Nedeljkovic. That's it. Everyone else will probably be here next year. So anyone else that's probably going to be here next year, you literally wait until the offseason to see if you want to move them. But I think tomorrow is going to be either Nedeljkovic or Riley Smith. That's it. That's all you can do.
So next year is not looking hot for the Penguins.
Unless if this team gels over the offseason and automatically becomes better at hockey.
Wow.
Here's
what I would do. We're going to take a team field trip, and I'm going to lock you guys in a house with no exits. And I'm going to say, I will bring food in once a week. Enough food to last a week. And I'm just going to say, figure it out. I want you guys to be best buds by the end of this.
Sounds like a Mr. Beast video.
I'm glad you know what that is, Josh.
I'm not totally under a rock.
Hey guys, today's video is how to make an NHL team better. So what I've decided to do
Let's buy
All
an
10.
NHL team.
Honestly, which I'm surprised he hasn't. What I'm gonna do is take 10 players that have a no movement clause, and the first person to waive that no movement clause gets $1 million. Let's see how long one lasts. This is okay. After reflecting on it, we got fleeced. We got fleeced, dude. So the guy who was originally coming on messaged me and said, "Hey, you guys still live?" And I said, "Yeah, hop on."
We're still struggling here. Struggling along.
We're struggling. Brian says calling it tonight. What a letdown of a trade. We got fleeced. Yeah, dude. That's what I've been saying. Thanks for watching,
Yeah.
Brian. To every
Thanks
54
for the
person.
prospect info too, Brian. It was clutch.
Yeah, thanks for doing all the research for us. Josh, we have 54 people watching right now.
54?
54.
I think they're expecting you to go on some rant about us.
Evgeny Malkin is the worst. Just kidding.
Where's that guy who called you out?
What was his name? Like Thunder something.
Yeah.
And I want the only reason why I remembered his name is because I wanted to shout out.
Yeah, Johnny Thunder. I think it was Johnny Thunder.
It was something like that. Now we're at 56, Josh.
Because Johnny
We're
Thunder's
climbing.
here. Johnny Thunder's here.
I heard his name. And he's like, is this the guy that's talking bad about Malkin? I'm coming after him. Now, I don't know if he was talking about me or Donnie.
I think he was talking about you.
It's true.
Because Donnie hasn't mentioned any players by name.
That's true. You're right. Man, that's so strange. Why are they coming after me? I'm just spitting facts, Josh. That's all I do. I spit facts.
That's what happens. You know, when you get to the top, they try to knock you down.
What is the Batman quote? You're a hero.
You either die a hero or live long enough to become a
to
villain.
See.
Hey, do you want to hear something crazy?
What?
Christopher Nolan's brother wrote that line. And Christopher Nolan threw it in as a, sure, you want this in there, fine. And he said that's one of the most like re-quoted lines of that movie.
It's a banger of a quote.
Christopher Nolan didn't think so.
You know what I found out? Christopher Nolan is also a big fan of the Fast and Furious franchise.
Yeah. But the whole franchise or like early on?
I think he said the beginning of the show, the beginning of the movies, because he goes, the latter part is kind of have its own mythology and kind of stuff. But
yeah, it's gotten so far away from actual racing.
Yeah, where it's like, we got to save the world from an alien invasion. We got to drive our cars up on the spaceship and race these people. Brian says, I ain't done. I got one more thing for you. Pens are now...
Put it up.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. One more thing. Pens are now 2.2 million over the cap, according to Cap Friendly. So more moves to come tomorrow. Went over the cap because Jake's money isn't counted towards IR now. Oh, that's a great point. What do you mean? Is it glitchy? Are we glitchy right now? And NES, watch us on YouTube, dude.
Wait, went over the cap because Jake's money isn't counted towards IR now.
Why isn't he still on IR? Oh no, we traded him off IR. And we
So
retained
because
2.5.
we're retaining his money, it doesn't affect, it doesn't go into the IR. It's just retaining money. Interesting. Oh, by the way, we're also paying Jeff Petrie's salary next year.
Are you serious?
$1.5 million.
We're still paying Jeff Petrie?
And Jack Johnson.
Oh my gosh! Ron Hextall literally hates the Pittsburgh Penguins. And yeah, Ben, we're still going. First of all, it seems these two brothers do love the Penguins. Well, Ben, if you weren't aware, Pittsburgh Penguins just traded away Jake Gensel, Ty Smith for Bunting. Hold on. I'll get you the full trade because I know you're probably not really
Get these
paying
names.
attention. For those of you who are just following along, here's the whole deal. To Carolina, Gensel, Ty Smith. To Pittsburgh, Michael Bunting, Vile Koivunen, Vasil Ponomarev, Cruz Lucius, a conditional 2024 first, and a conditional 2024 fifth round. Oh, and by the way, we're retaining 25% of Jake Gensel's contract. So, that's how we feel about that trade.
Do you still have your Twitter open?
Well, I just put it down because I went with the whole bit. But yeah, let's go.
Look at Rob Rossi's tweet with like his article. Just look at the.
I gotta Google Rob Rossi. I gotta search Rob Rossi. I sound like an old person. I don't know. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me read this. Hold on, one more time. Sorry. Let me read the series. Sidney Crosby, on what message GM Kyle Dubas sent to Penguins with trade of Jake Gensel? I don't know. Did Kyle Dubas send that to the Penguins? I don't know, guys. We are Gensel's gone.
No. They asked Sid, my guess is they asked Sid, what kind of message does this trade send to the Penguins? And Crosby says, I don't know.
Oh, I don't have prescription? A subscription. I'm an idiot. To the Athletic.
Oh, no. Wait. Is that the Athletic?
Yeah.
Okay. So click on the article.
Oh, are you going to give everyone a cheat code to get past the paywall, Josh?
Yeah. If you're on your phone, you hit the top right.
Refresh.
It changes the viewer.
Oh, what? Request.
It changes the viewer
To a desk type?
No. Let me see your phone. Get closer.
What are we doing here?
So the two letters, the two A's.
That's what I asked. And then what?
Okay. I need to see the options again. Come on. Show reader.
Wow. Suck it, Rob Rossi. I ain't paying for nothing. All right, hold on. Oh my gosh, this is heart-wrenching. Though Gensel was technically still a member of the Penguins at the time, everyone knew he was heading to the Carolina Hurricanes as part of a trade that wasn't finalized until later Thursday night. Crosby was ready for the questions he had hoped to never answer. He's a great teammate, a friend. Crosby said of Gensel, I think he did everything he possibly could in his time here. It was just a privilege to play with him for the course of the time. Some great memories. It was a privilege. That's all I can say. His Penguins mired? All right. His Penguins, whatever, in a 7-10-2 free fall that has all but ended their Stanley Cup playoff aspirations. Crosby attempted to find the best way to answer perhaps the only question that matters about the Penguins' future. What message did management send with the impending trade of Jake Gensel? I don't know, Crosby said. That's probably a better question for them. So, Crosby's not responding to nothing. Yeah. I love Sid. He's going to ask for a bag July. He is going to ask for royalties every time we say his name. He's going to say, "Listen, I took a team-friendly deal my entire career. I'm going to get paid. Give me I don't know, what's my average? 18 a mil a year.
I wonder if that's
18.7 and we would pay it.
I wonder if that's what played into this whole deal. Because Dubas sat down with Crosby. He sat down with Crosby, and Crosby was like, "Yeah, I'm not taking a discount again when I'm up." And so Dubas is like, "Okay, well, we can't pay Carlson 10, Crosby 10, and Gensel 10. One of those three have to go." So,
do you think if Dubas came to Sid and said, "Hey, if you take a discount to keep Gens,"
yeah.
Hold on, can I just say something? We have over 60 people watching this. What are you doing?
Nice.
It's 12:15.
Sweet. What are we doing? That's my question.
Josh, hey, we're entertaining 61 people. That's what we're doing.
Are we? Or are we just talking into microphones while they have us on in the background?
I'm fine by that too.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that too. Just saying.
Are we becoming self-aware as a podcast writer?
How entertaining are we? That's my question.
I guess people, I don't know. I really
But
don't.
I'm just curious, like what are
you know who's watching, Josh? Kyle Dubas. He's like, what are people saying?
You think maybe that's why our ratings went up? The team is now watching us too.
The whole team. We're the only ones live.
Yeah.
They want to know genuine reactions, so they all hopped on individually, I may add. And they all go, what are they saying?
It's the only explanation as to why we went from 30 to 60. Just saying.
I mean, the fact that we had 30 was crazy too.
Yeah. Just wait until tomorrow.
But,
if they do, let's do a little shop talk here.
Yeah. Hey, we are inviting you behind the curtain.
Here we go.
Whoa, NES. Hey guys, Crosby here. How you feeling about that?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's not a good question to ask. You know, what's the bigger picture? I don't know.
If they make more trades tomorrow, are we doing an episode?
I don't know. Probably not.
Maybe it depends on who they trade.
Yeah, if they trade Evgeny Malkin, yeah, I think we should probably get on the podcast. But
or Rust,
or
Not
Everyone, yeah. If it's Raquel, we're not doing it.
Raquel. That's the line.
Anyone else, we're doing it. Nedeljkovic, we're on. Riley Smith, no. It just goes to show who we do. Danny Hall says, "Do it." Hey, Danny, you're one of the 61 who's watching us. How do you find this entertaining?
And what are you doing right now at 12:18 in the morning?
Maybe he's not in this time zone. Maybe he's in another time zone where it's like 11.
Oh.
Or he's further. It's 1. I mean, further. It's 1. Maybe he's on the opposite.
Yeah.
Maybe
he's in Europe. Maybe he's Finland, and we're trashing these guys who are playing in the.
Maybe he's whatever the guy we just got.
Swedish.
The Swedish guy.
Yeah.
I was going to do a Swedish accent, but I don't think I can. Oh my gosh!
What?
Milkshake Factory to send Jake Gentz and his Jake Shake off in style. Let's do one last Jake Shake day on Friday, March 8th. We will even be raising a Jake Shake jersey up in the rafters of our PNC store at 12 p.m. First 50 people will get a free Jake Shakes t-shirt. I'm going.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you totally should. You should.
I'm going, dude.
Get 2 of them for the price of 1.
Can I get 2 Jake Shakes, please? I'm sorry, what? Can it 2? Kind of a buy 2 get. Get 1 for half price. I've been refreshing Twitter all day, and good to know. I don't know why I'm like leaning in. I've been refreshing Twitter all day, and I'm good to know that I'm not alone. Well, Danny, hello. My name's Louie. That's Josh.
Yeah, to be honest, I wasn't doing that, but
I was.
During this entire podcast, I was.
Oh, yeah. I was so rough in the beginning because I was like, oh, welcome to the podcast. Refresh.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be the first one to break it. What are you saying? Oh.
No, he's in Delaware. Very nice.
Yeah. What's in Delaware?
Amazing beaches.
And Danny Hall.
Yeah.
Kyle Dubas on Gensel. He has the balls to show his face. The decision to trade Jake Gensel with his contract set to expire this offseason was one of the most difficult decisions that I've had to make in my time in management. Was it? In my first season with the Penguins, it has become quite clear why Jake means so much to his teammates, all Penguin staff, and the city of Pittsburgh. Come on. Here we go. Jake's competitiveness, tenacity, and spirit, combined with his talent, have produced some of the greatest moments of this era of Penguins hockey. A born and bred Pittsburgh Penguin, Jake has become a pillar in the community and fan favorite for all the right reasons. We cannot thank Jake and his family enough for their contributions to the Penguins since he was drafted in 2013, and wish him our very best. Do you, Kyle? Because if you wished him best, you would have gave him his 10. Just kidding. We get it.
It's a business. Louis Friedman.
I thought that was solid reading.
It was okay. It was all right.
What do you mean? There was a flow. Yeah. I had to stop because I was reading as the tweets were coming in.
Oh, I was like,
so I had to refresh.
Pauses. Okay.
and then come the new one. Anyway, Danny Hall says, "Found your pod at the beginning of the season. Good stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of venting and misery from the podcast, or
Yeah.
just yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I would like it.
Self-reflection. Yeah. A lot of venting.
Yeah, this season. Well, Danny, I would like it to not be that. Will we have a podcast show? Sorry, a Stanley Cup podcast show where we could finally say, you know what? Woo, we won the cup. Will that ever come?
God, I hope so.
That'd be great. Well, maybe Michael Bunting is the answer. All of a sudden, for the next 21 games, Penguins go on a heater. 21 straight wins, we're in the playoffs. How crazy would that be? Pittsburgh Penguins just go, you know what, guys? We're the ones doing this. We could go out there and play our best, and we're going to win.
You think
Do
they're
you
all
think
part of an early 2000s sports movie or something?
You know what, guys? Coach is right. If we do have enough swagger and resilience, we could go out there and win too. Just make sure we get those pucks deep. Tape to tape passes. There's no team that could stop us.
Oh my
That was
God.
Evgeny Malkin in my
It's
speech.
so good.
That was my Evgeny Malkin in my speech.
With
Make sure you
perfect
clip
English.
that. Yeah. It's a bit of facade this entire time. Oh,
He's
Gino
not
scored.
even actually Russian.
He's from Vermont. Don't forget to clip that. That was a good one, Josh. I feel numb at Louie. I know. Our Discord is going off right now about the trade.
Oh.
I kind of was mean to Ethan on Discord. I apologize. He said he sent me the trade graphic and said he tagged me. And I just wrote, I know. So it's not personal.
Yeah.
Hold on. Danny Hall will never lose again.
Yeah, he did that right after your speech. So
That's from Shorzy. That's Shorzy. You know, give your balls a tug. That guy. You know what I'm talking about? Shorzy?
you've made the reference a few times, yeah.
Yeah.
Still funny though when you do the voice.
Yeah. I try to do it. It's not as good as what he does, but he goes, "We'll never lose again." And then they don't. That's the show, season 2.
Hey, you know our chat? Are we able to save our chat or does that disappear? Now that I'm thinking about it.
I would kind of screenshot that.
Okay.
We have so many chats going on right now. We have our private chat. We have the actual chat.
And then Discord. Yeah.
Look how we're available to everyone here.
Ethan's here now. Hey, Ethan.
Well, because I said we're still live. And that's the reason why I responded so harshly to you, Ethan. I don't got time to do the ha-has and the emojis. I'm live. I'm entertaining people.
Barely. I mean, are we still anywhere near 60? Or are we down to single
62.
digits? We gotta be single
62.
digits. How?
62 right now.
Just keep streaming until the number drops.
I'm just streaming. Guys, if we could get to 100, we're not stopping streaming. I'll be one of those streams who sleep on stream.
Oh,
You
really?
ever see this?
People do that?
People are so weird, dude. So they'll do like 24-hour stream, and they'll like eat dinner in front of everyone and just talk to people. They'll be like, "Yeah, so yeah, cool. You're in Vermont." Yeah. Sorry, I'm not picking on you, Danny. I'm just.
No, he's from Delaware.
Oh, dang it! I was doing Vermont this whole time.
Yeah, but you did Vermont for the Malkin bit.
I know. I was thinking of Danny when I was doing it. I was at the wrong.
Picking on Danny. Get out of here.
Yeah. Delaware. Dang it, dude. All right, let's see what the temperature is. Yeah, Penguins media is just not having anything right now.
Yeah, they're on bed.
Matt Mager says, "Whoa." He goes, "My initial reaction, disappointment, but then I acquainted myself with the prospects and really sat and thought about the scenario and variables at hand. And this is where I'm at. The more I think about it and the potential ramifications from tomorrow's trade deadline and the summer offseason, plus the slim chance that we re-sign Jake in the summer, it makes me think this wasn't so bad for a guy that we had to trade. And trade as a rental too." I'm picking on this guy. He actually has some great tweets. Bunting can be good with an elite center. He's a net front guy and a pest. We can use that. Not to mention we can trade him if needed in the offseason. The three prospects are all third liners.
Approximately.
But I'm reading what he wrote.
Yeah, but the squiggly, I'm telling you, squiggly means approximate.
All right, cool. But can definitely be used as a trade sweeteners to pair with our older guys for trades. I'm going to reserve harsh judgment until after the trade deadline and free agency to decide if Dubas is cooking or just downright trash. I added the downright.
You should have said that because it was nice.
I thought I'd spice up his tweet a little bit.
Yeah.
That was once again by Matt Mager.
Or Mear.
It's Meagher.
Yeah. Mear?
No way. There's too many letters.
Just so you know, there's people by us.
Yeah.
Same exact last name. Pronounce
Meir?
Mear.
Meir. They were on crack when they decided to pronounce that one.
100%. Yeah.
They're like, so it's Mager? They're like, no. So Meager? Nope. Try again. Meir? Bingo. That doesn't make any sense. His Twitter is @flux_cc.
Carbon
So make sure you give
copy
him a
or
follow.
closed captions?
Josh, I don't know. Let's ask him. Welcome to the podcast. How funny would it be if we just had him sitting for 2 hours and 37 minutes and we're just like, here we go. Anyway, Danny Hall in the chat says, all good, man. Grew up in Pittsburgh, hence why I looked up the Live Pens broadcast on trade deadline eve. And it brought you to this, dude. How are we at 67?
We keep going up?
We keep going up.
Because we're the only thing live right now.
I know. You guys are the best, dude. This is bonkers to me.
Should we just go live until the trade deadline at 3 p.m.?
I'm calling off work right now. I'm calling off everything till 3 o'clock. We're not ending this stream. And we're
Yes,
just
we
sitting
are.
here like this. And just being like, Nedeljkovic got traded for a 4th round draft pick.
At 3 a.m. Like, what do we talk about?
That's where you fall asleep on stream, and then people go, "Wow, this is entertaining."
Yeah.
I wonder if I can go on Twitch. Which, by the way, if you're on Twitch, you can follow us at Pens Collective. And if you're just on there already watching us, what's up, dude?
Do it, Louie. Do it. Do it.
To what?
Saw, dude.
Saw, dude. What are you doing? What is that?
Who?
What, you were doing the, I don't know, there was like feedback.
Oh, was there?
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I could find anyone sleeping
Ew.
on chat, on Twitch. There's a lot of all night stream. I don't know who this guy is. I don't want to give him a shout out. But he has 8.6 thousand people watching him. And he's just doing nothing right now. Guys, can we get to 8,600 viewers, please? Tell your friends. Who is this? 5 viewers, baby.
I mean, I don't not like the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah, if Jake Gensel had to go anyone into the Metropolitan.
Yeah, it'd be them. But they just tweeted, today was a good day. Good night. No, screw you. You fleeced us.
Yeah.
Plus, question for you.
Yeah.
And any of our Carolina listeners that are in the chat.
Why are you so loud?
Oh, sorry. What is the line in which you get to say y'all?
Good question.
Is it literally the Mason-Dixon line? Because I feel like that's too high. I feel like it's got to be, I don't know. See, it's hard because I want to say Tennessee and below, but Tennessee, I think, is parallel with North Carolina. And I feel like North Carolina is too high. So, like, I feel like it's like South Carolina down.
Do you say y'all in Delaware?
Yeah. Oh, Danny, do they say y'all in Delaware?
Actually, yeah. Is that a good question?
I know that there are some parts of like Virginia that do.
West Virginia.
Well, that's West Virginia. Get it right.
And, Josh? Well, the lyrics aren't Virginia. So, can't really do it, can I? Man, people are on the Discord right now. Oh, my B, I'm at work. Yo! Someone came into our Discord. Cade Razor. Don't know who that is. Sup, dude? Welcome.
See, this is such an intriguing thing to me because, like, wouldn't you imagine like people in Kentucky say y'all, right? Kentucky just seems like
that's a y'all
southerner state, but it's really not. It's right next. It's right next to West Virginia and Ohio.
Yeah, and they say
pop.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Soda.
Not really, but the closer you get to Virginia, you hear it.
Yeah. I figured. I know in Virginia they say it.
Y'all?
I know that. But I just feel like North Carolina is not country enough to say y'all. And I could be speaking way off base from someone who lives in Pennsylvania.
How do you determine?
If someone is allowed to say y'all, I don't know. I just feel like you just need to be south.
Just needs to be south.
Yeah. But I don't know what that threshold is. But I think we should be the people that do it.
What?
Determine
Us?
who gets to say y'all.
All right, here we go. Ready? Let's go down. All the states. Pennsylvania? No.
No.
Delaware?
No.
No.
Maryland?
Massachusetts? No.
Would you do Maryland?
Nope. Nope.
No.
Florida? No. You don't get to say y'all.
Florida doesn't get to say y'all. Really?
No. Because they're south, but they're the
Yeah.
north of the south. You know what I'm saying?
That actually makes a lot of sense.
So no, they don't get to say y'all. Louisiana? Yes.
They built it.
If it wasn't for Louisiana, we would be getting y'all.
We wouldn't get y'all. Yeah, 100%.
So guess what?
Yeah.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
Texas? You better believe it.
But that's as far west as you can go, right? Like New Mexico and
No.
Arizona, they ain't saying it.
No, that's Ola. in New
Oh,
Mexico.
but what about like Wyoming and Montana?
Montana for sure. Wyoming? I don't know. What else we got? So we got Virginia, West Virginia.
See, like West Virginia, in my mind,
No.
that is the most southern North state.
Nope. They don't get it.
They don't get it.
No. Ohio doesn't get anything.
No.
Michigan? No.
Mm-mm. No, too much north. You got to come back down.
South Carolina, I'll give it to you.
Yeah. But
North
what about
Carolina?
But what about Tennessee
No.
and Kentucky?
Tennessee is the northern Texas. So maybe?
I know.
Because they have howdy in Texas. Howdy, y'all. That's Texas.
They get
If
a
you
nice,
said it.
nice sweet combo. Howdy, y'all.
Yeah, they do. But if you go to Tennessee and go, howdy, y'all, people go, who let this guy come in from the boondocks in here?
I don't know.
It's
Tennessee,
just y'all.
Tennessee's pretty
Pretty country.
pretty country.
Just because they have Nashville. Nah. You know what? I'll let Tennessee have it.
Tennessee, yeah, I think Tennessee gets it.
So Tennessee gets y'all. Florida doesn't.
I think Kentucky, West Virginia, and North Carolina are the big three that I don't know.
No. Then no. Kentucky, no.
Why?
No. No Kentucky.
See, like, to me, Kentucky and West Virginia, like, I just always picture, like, these, like, this is so horrible. Like, these, like,
Don't get us canceled.
these, like, really, like, houses that are falling apart with a front porch and some guy
So
with
trash.
what's that?
So trash is what you're saying.
A not so nice house with a front porch. Some guy's on a rocking chair with like a spit can, and he's just hanging out.
Is he drinking alcohol in your picture?
100% straight moonshine.
It has a jug with XXX on it. And he has a piece of straw.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, in his mouth.
Yeah.
And he has a hole in his hat.
and he wears overalls, but only one of them is
trapped. And he's dirty. And he keeps on talking about how hard his work day was.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. These kids don't work today. These kids don't work anymore. We got it. We got the same image.
Shotgun leaning up against the house.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's like, you better get. And he goes, these stupid kids.
It's almost like the grandfather in Holes.
Yeah.
Dad, I don't
You
want
better
to dig.
keep digging.
I don't want to
Well,
dig
that's
anymore.
too dang bad. That's right. I like how we're just not even talking about hockey now. We're talking about holes. Oh, man. Man.
Well, it did all stem from a tweet from Carolina Hurricanes saying, "Good night, y'all."
They don't get it.
That's what I'm saying. They don't get it.
Because they're in Charlotte.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Where it all starts. And that's where, in the North Carolina part. And if you understood that joke, welcome to the podcast. My name is Louie. This is Josh. We are also big fans of National Treasure.
And yeah, and Holes.
And Holes.
Madame Zeroni.
Yeah. They don't deserve Jake Shakes. Can I just say, Daniel?
Wait.
You came out of nowhere.
Wait, did Danny just switch?
Danny went from Twitter. Whoa. Daniel H. Is this the same guy?
This is the same guy.
They don't deserve Jake Shakes. And I need you to be honest, Danny. It is. Did you go on YouTube to say, they don't deserve it, dude? Why from Twitter to YouTube? Break that down for me.
Well, he said he's the only one talking on Twitter, so he's switching.
That's so strange because we have a lot of people.
Thought he meant Discord, though.
Oh, yeah. He just joined our Discord, what's up, Danny? Exactly. Josh got it. Josh reads between the lines. I know. Josh, you know what I realized? So I'm scrolling through Twitch because I wanted to see if anyone is sleeping. Why are you breathing in the mic? And there are so many women with low-cut shirts. And it got me thinking, should I be taking off my clothes? Would that bring in more views? Would you want to see me shirtless talk about Jake Gensel getting shipped off to North Carolina where they're not allowed to say y'all? Because I feel like that'd be great content.
Yeah, and allow us Northerners to determine what the Southerners get to say.
Well, come on, Josh. We have yins, which is wild if you think about it. Because you have Pennsylvania, where there is no accent, okay? There's no accent.
Pennsylvania Dutch.
Yeah, get out of here with that. No. So if you have Texas, right? Whenever you go to a foreigner from Europe or anywhere, and you go, what do you think of America? And they go, howdy, y'all. They always imitate Texas. Okay? No one goes, we got a Doc Clyde. And Yin's crazy. Champion. No one talks like that. Pittsburgh has their own accent, and that is bonkers to me.
I keep refreshing Twitter. I want to see Kevin Weeks' forehead. We have a trade in the NHL with the Carolina Hurricanes.
Oh,
and the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Hold on, let me join you. I have to get off my chair.
I just want that so bad.
Hold on. Jake Gensel is going to Carolina for absolutely nothing. So, my name's Kevin Weeks. Does he even introduce himself?
I don't think so. Last one I watched, he just starts going.
He just goes, "There's movement in Pittsburgh."
Yeah.
Jake Gensel is going to Carolina. Man, Josh, we just jumped up to 75 people. Can I ask you? I want Kevin Weeks on here.
Right? Kevin Weeks would be awesome on the podcast.
I would love Kevin. And it would make it a stipulation that he has to do forehead only for the whole podcast.
No, we all do it.
That'd be so good. Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, do we have a surprise 1 a.m. guest for you?
What's going on?
The enemy. Carolina Hurricanes.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
he's on right now?
Yeah. Hold on. Give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, host of the Caniac session said, "You know what? These guys are having too much fun. I want to join." Welcome to the After podcast. AB.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think y'all were up, and I literally looked.
Whoa!
I let it, and I usually go to bed around this time, and I was like, man, I wonder if they're still streaming. Then I saw it, and I was like, you know what? I'll hop on.
You can't say y'all. We just decided. You missed it. We took it upon ourselves as Northerners to decide what states are allowed to say y'all and what states are not allowed to say y'all.
Okay, is North Carolina?
No.
How?
We said only South Carolina is allowed. They're more southern.
Well, the North Carolina was a part of the South. What?
Yeah, no, that's what we were trying to figure out. Like, is it the Mason-Dixon line down?
It's the Mason-Dixon line down, because also if it goes back to the Civil War too, North Carolina was also considered the South in the Civil War.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, some people are a little bit more, but the deep South is like Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Georgia. That's Florida. The deep South. Yeah.
No one gives a crap about Florida, dude.
Yeah, I've only been there once. Nothing good to say about it.
See,
sounds right.
That's my point. I said they're the north of the South.
Mm-hmm.
See, everyone knows what I'm talking about when I say
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But some parts, the same with South Carolina, in Charleston. If y'all ever been to Charleston?
Oh, love Charleston.
It's kind of a little bit of a north-south mix in the middle. But yeah,
gotcha. See, that's how I feel about Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte's crazy. It's huge.
I bet you they don't say y'all there.
I don't know. It's just how I don't know.
My point is proven.
Well, everybody from up north is moving down here, so you don't really hear it as much anymore.
Yeah. See.
So, but yeah, I say y'all, not you all.
That's why you got the cut.
Yeah.
But I think, you know what? It's fair. I'll give you a pass. And I was just saying how crazy it is that Pittsburgh has yins and no one else does that. It's just a Pittsburgh thing. It makes no sense. These people are terrible with their pronunciation and just overall no idea where that accent came from. So when they go, oh, Jake Gensel got a Pittsburgh, it's like, how does that come out?
Yeah,
out. Like, it's like Canada, I get it, because they're oot and a boot, like all that stuff. But like, I don't get from it. Just sounds like they stub their toe whenever they're talking. So it makes no sense. Anyway, let's talk about Vladimir Tarasenko getting traded. I'm just kidding. Jake Gensel getting traded, obviously, to the Carolina Hurricanes. And I got to say, it feels like you kind of fleeced Kyle Dubas here a bit.
Man, Griff and myself were literally sitting yesterday and typing back and forth because there was starting to be activity, like rumblings going around. And him and I both said we want Jake Getzel to come here. He's so good. He's the right fit.
Yeah.
And once I started hearing, here come more teams involved, I heard Vancouver. And then I heard the Rangers. And I was like, oh, boy, this is not going to happen because we didn't do anything the whole time. Like, we were radio silent when teams were getting better and better and better. And I went out to dinner and I checked my phone and it's just filled with notifications. And we pulled it off. We actually got Jake Getzel. Yeah, I'm really sad to see Michael Bunting go because he's really turned into a really good player. He started off a little at first, but he's starting to get to his game. And, he's a great locker room guy. I'm going to miss him in Carolina. But, yeah, I know we sent some prospects over. Panamaro, if you'll like him, he's a good center. Just
be honest now.
Develop, and then you got some picks. So I'm just happy we got Getzel. I mean, that's the first time we've made a move like that in forever.
Yeah, we're sad. So Josh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, first time you made a move like that in forever. Like, we've talked about it on when we've had you on before. If there's someone that we're gonna root for in the Metropolitan, it's Carolina. So, like, that's, you guys need that. You need the additional offensive firepower so that you guys can make that cross that one last hurdle to get to the Stanley Cup, which we are now rooting for you guys. We need you.
We actually need you to win.
We need you to win it now.
Yeah.
So
if you could do that.
So that's fine. That's cool. Go to Carolina. Go win the cup, Jake. But I mean, everything that's coming out about these prospects now. I mean, granted, it's only been 2 hours since the full reveal, but it's not very promising. So
I was definitely surprised. I thought we were gonna trade one of our better prospects, Scott Moreau, who's a really good defenseman. He's probably our third best prospect. Everybody has been asking about Nikishin, who, if you don't know, he's like the best defenseman in Russia, and he's only like 20 years old, and he's untouchable. So, yeah, I was kind of shocked to see that we didn't give up a guy like Moreau or Bradley Nadeau. And, we got a first out, and our philosophy has always been we don't like doing rentals. But now it seems like, we're pushing all in. But I also could see Getzel re-signing in Carolina. And what also threw me off was Pittsburgh retained a little bit of his salary.
25%.
So that kind of threw me off. And obviously before all this happened, we had just dropped 3 of our players to waivers. So once we saw that, we knew something was getting ready to happen.
Yeah. That was, what was it? I think it was around 10 a.m. or around 11, around that time.
Yeah.
We saw Carolina dump a bunch of guys, and I was like, yeah, I think they're coming for Jake. I was like, I think that's what I assumed. And to Josh's point, wasn't sure about this return only because not a higher prospect. All the draft picks are conditional. And we only got, not to like crap on Bunting. He's obviously a great player, but he's not Jake Gensel. So we were expecting at least 2 NHL ready guys, 2 prospects, not high prospects, but 2 prospects, and 2 like at least a guaranteed trade. And we didn't get that. So my question to you is, do you think you fleeced us? Which is good. It's okay to say yes or no.
If Getzel re-signs, yes. If he doesn't, I think it's even.
Yeah, that's what I said
That's literally what Josh said, and I inclined to agree. And to your point, I could see Gensel also re-signing in Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, we
So
have a lot of guys that are free agents. We have Teravainen, Shea, Pesci, Natchez, Jarvis. Gosh, I know I'm missing some more people, but yeah, we don't have a lot of room to keep a lot of guys.
Yeah, it's like
I
half
don't.
your team.
It's weird. We're wishing upon a star as we wish, as we talk, that Jake Gensel will want to re-sign with not re-sign, excuse me, come back to Pittsburgh in June. So that way
Yeah.
we become the ones to fleece you. Now I guarantee you that's not going to happen. If anything, he'll just go to a different team. But I don't see why he would if, say, he wins the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
I feel like if he wins the Stanley Cup, he's just going to say, great, this is a winning team. It's a great hockey team, a great atmosphere. I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to re-sign for a very long time.
Yeah, I can't wait for Saturday because we play the Devils, and I assume that'll be his first game. So I'm really excited to watch that game if Rod plays him, which I assume he will.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to slot next to Sebastian Aho?
No, I don't think. I think he's going to go second line with Natchez, Jack Drury, and him, and Getzel.
Okay.
If anything, I could see Getzel, Aho, and Teravainen, but I mean, we'll see what happens. He's obviously going to get time on the power play and everything like that. So, yeah, I'm interested to see how he'll. I assume he's going to be fine in our system because it's fast paced. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah. No, Jake Gensel's a great hockey player. Obviously, I know everyone's been wanting him. I know I've seen your tweets. You're like, "Is Gensel coming? Is Gensel coming?" So I'm torn because I see you getting excited. I'm like, "Yeah, that's right. Gensel is a great player," but I'm also like, "We just lost a great player."
Yeah.
So, and I know we got Bunting.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I don't know if he's even going to be on the first line. I think he would be where, Josh? I think second or third. I don't know.
No, I think we're going to try him at the first. I bet you.
You're going to like him. You're going to like him a lot. He's feisty, and he is great on the power play, and he gets in the dirty areas and just shots off the rebound is his thing. So I was kind of sad to see him go, but, we got Jake
You're
Getzel,
more
so
happy.
I can't complain.
I was about to say. I was going to say. You're more happy you got Jake Gensel than sad about
100%.
leaving Bunting, and we're the opposite. You know?
Yeah.
We're more sad to see him leave than to see Bunting come in. Which, hey, we're sellers. We're not looking to go for a cup run, obviously. But hey, if Bunting could be the guy that we've all been asking for in Pittsburgh, which is a Hornquist clone, to get in front of the net, get those rebounds, be a pest for the goaltender. If he can do that, he has my approval. So, just wanted to get your thoughts on the trade. Don't want to keep it too long. It's 1 a.m. So I understand.
Did y'all play tonight? Y'all played tonight, I assume. What was the score?
It's 0-6 to the Washington Capitals.
Okay, then.
I'm sure the medicine went down a little bit easier when Jake saw that score and was like, Yeah, let's go win. Let's go win a cup. I'll go do that.
Oh man. Well, anyways,
So-
I'll come back on here soon. But yeah, thank you guys for having me. We'll get you on the podcast soon.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we love talking with you, and obviously, this will be up. We're going on 3 hours strong, so we're just kind of having a farewell to Jake Gensel.
Well, good for y'all. I couldn't do 3 hours, so that's props to y'all.
Josh is tapping out. We'll wrap up really soon. So,
I'm gone, maybe. I'm gone.
All right, see you guys.
but hey, thanks
right,
for hopping
see
on.
ya.
Oh, don't forget, follow Caniac Sessions on Twitter, YouTube, wherever you guys stream on their podcasts, favorite podcast platforms. Excuse me. You can follow AB on Twitter as well. What's your handle again, AB?
It's AB Caniac Session, all one word.
And there you go. So if you want to see how Jake Gensel's doing starting Saturday, make sure you follow him and stay up to date. Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, thank you guys. We'll talk soon.
We will. See ya.
All right, later.
Y'all.
Love it. I do like his. He's got a southern accent.
He's
I
got
like
a
it.
nice southern accent. And for him to just hop on, that's nice of him.
Yeah, at 1 a.m.
Yeah. I wanted to chirp him so bad, but I had to be good.
About what?
But no, just like he's happy. He's
Yeah,
we're sad, he's happy.
That's what happens. It's life. We were happy when
Penguins.
we got Kessel. We were happy when
We got
all
Carlson.
those- Carlson. Yeah, I mean, we were dancing on Shark City. We were dancing on his podcast when we got Carlson.
We were, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, boy, we
the
got
parade.
Carlson.
Get the parade.
I was chirping him on his own podcast. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, yeah, we're just trying to figure out where the parade's going to be. And we got shut out by the Capitals tonight.
Man.
Oh,
Life comes at you fast.
it does. It does. It gives you a nice little wake-up call and says, oh, you think you're that good, huh? You think you're that good?
Yeah.
Guess what? You guys are going to be trading away. If you told me when we signed Eric Carlson that we were like, yeah, but we're going to have to trade away Jake Ensel because we're not going to make the playoffs, I would be like, you're crazy. We got Eric Carlson. We got Eric Carlson. We're going cup, baby. Yeah, now we're trying to yeah, that's rough. But Josh, it's 1 a.m.
This is tough, man.
I'm surprised you're still doing this.
So you know how you were talking about how all of this could just be possibly for a Wilkes-Barre Scranton Calder Cup run?
Yeah.
Okay. So last week, who did we trade away?
Nylander. Well,
And who'd we just trade away?
Ty Smith.
Those were the two leading point scorers for Wilkes-Barre.
I'm starting to think Cal Dubas hates the Penguins. That's interesting.
Maybe it's 2025 Calder Cup, 2026
Stanley Cup.
It's the only solution I can think of.
We would be doing our podcast for how long? This is our third year.
Third full year.
So 2026 would be 2024, 25?
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
5 years of doing a podcast, we better win a cup. We better win a cup, baby.
Otherwise, we got to shut it down. What's the point of doing it?
I'm going to trade you off for a draft pick. I don't know.
If we ain't winning cups, why are we doing it? You know?
Yeah. I'm gonna trade some graphics to someone else, and I'll trade the background for
Yeah.
some views, and
Trade our stuff to AB to get one of their championships.
that's right. Just let me be on an episode where you guys win the cup. Just let me feel it again. Are your kids up?
No, they've cried a few times, but they've gone back to sleep. So
Our
that
Discord's
bang
going.
that you thought was a gunshot, that was Lauren. She came up and she dropped her phone as she was walking.
Bunting wins Conn Smythe 2026. Con.
Nice.
Nice. I don't know about that at all. Hey, you know what?
Hard.
When we got Hornquist, I was like, what are we doing? And then look what happened. He got their game-winning cup in 17. 16. Nope, 17. We played against the people who couldn't say y'all. No, who can say y'all. Nashville. I wasn't sure what the ruling was on that one.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
I'm a little disappointed that Milkshake Factory's not gonna just honor the. Like, will a Jake Shake still be an option? Is like my question.
no.
I get like half off. They're only gonna do it one more time tomorrow, but can you still order a Jake Shake the remainder of the year?
No.
I feel like they should. We're still retaining salary.
Can I order 25% of a milkshake? Excuse me? Yeah, 25%.
It's a Jake Shake without the chocolate 59.
59.
Yeah.
It's a 25 percentage. No, it's just a piece of that broken off.
A corner.
It's just a quarter. And then it's just like, oh, come on. We are not at 91 viewers right now.
All right, here's my question though.
Yeah.
And this is genuine. Is this currently watching or is
Currently
it
watching.
total from the beginning of the stream?
Currently watching.
Are you sure it's currently?
Yeah, it fluctuates. People could leave anytime.
So let's test this. I need 20 people
Stop watching us, weirdos.
to quickly just leave real quick. Leave.
Real quick, come back.
And then Louis, you tell me if that number drops to 70.
Right now, leave and come back.
Because what I think it is, I think it's just people that have watched throughout.
No, because that's not how YouTube works. That's not how Twitch works. I don't think that's how Twitter works. Because we're live.
I don't know. Where are we? We're on Restream. I'm going to Google it.
Okay. Why are you still going? I'm surprised you don't want to wrap up soon.
I'm kind of just following your lead.
You're doing this because of our conversation before?
What? No.
Okay, then why don't we just wrap it up?
All right. That sounds good.
This is what the people want right here. This is how I feel when Jake Gensel gets traded to the Carolina Hurricanes for nothing. You know what's funny, though? I think Kyle Dubas is going to be in like 3 years' time when these guys are actually good. He's going to say, told you.
It's the total number of views during a streaming session.
So that's Twitter then. Because YouTube fluctuates all the time.
Yeah. So I think it's just total amount of views.
No, I don't know if that's true.
I just Googled it. It's off of
It
Google.
doesn't matter.
It's got to be right.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Google's always right.
Google also said that Jake Gensel was getting traded for 2 top prospects.
No,
And
that
we
was
got-
Frank Cervelli.
And who's the other guy? Anthony Panaganagani. He said we were getting Morrow and Nishkanish and Nikkanen.
Couple
And we didn't get
Paisans.
a couple Paisans. Were all wrong. They're always embellishing.
Yeah,
Oh, Jake
what else is
Gensel? Oh, you're getting the whole team. And you're like, I don't know if that's right, dude. No, I'm telling you, that's what they're saying. And it comes back like, just kidding. You're getting bad prospects.
AB nailed it though. If he
Yeah, I know. Well, you
resigns
nailed it.
with them,
You
we're
nailed it. He
screwed.
just confirmed what you said. Hey, I know maybe not 90 people are watching currently, but what do you think of during the off season? Because we're going to have a very long off season, Josh. If we do like an NHL franchise on our Twitch.
I don't know.
No? You don't like that?
We'll have to see. We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see. Oh,
all right,
by the
Josh.
way, did I tell you that there's a Pittsburgh Penguins like group on Twitter?
What do you mean?
Yeah. So like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a
It's a group.
it's like a group, and like it's just a whole bunch of people that just tweet in this
Group.
under this network of just Pittsburgh Penguins. I don't know.
Who is it?
I don't know how to explain it. Just is.
No, who's in the group?
Like everyone. So
Wait,
there's
no.
like
Hold on. Are you talking about on Twitter where it goes all the way to the right? It says Penguins accounts.
No. I understand Penguins accounts. This one just says Pittsburgh Penguins. And there's a whole bunch of people. There's endless disappointment. Penguins are fugazis.
I don't know. And they're currently chatting?
Oh yeah. People tweet in here like crazy.
No, I know. Like, are they live?
No one's live.
We're the only ones who are live. I think a kind of like a franchise mode.
NHL Penguins is a moderator.
You got to share it with me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know how to share this. All right,
Danny is going to start the Delaware podcast.
Delaware sector, nice. Are you on Twitter?
Hold on. Yeah.
All right. Do you follow Jake D8771?
Jake. Yeah.
He's an admin. Let me see if I can invite people.
How are you an admin?
I'm not. I'm just a member.
How are you a member? Oh, a part of a community.
A community. Yeah.
Welcome. Check it out. Pittsburgh Penguins fan. Yeah. Try it out. Let's join. Be kind and respectful. Keep tweets. Yep. Agree and join. We're part of it.
Did you see the rules?
What does it say?
It says number 1, hate the Flyers. Number 2, hate the Capitals. Number 3, hate the Islanders. 4, hate the Rangers. 5, don't start crap. 6, stick to hockey.
Nice. Felt like they could have included a bunch of those things. Who else is still up? Let me, dude. All right. Guys, I think we'll wrap this up. Jake Ensel's no longer Pittsburgh Penguin. He's moved on from yins to y'all. Bye, Jake Shake. We'll see you in June. Guys, thank you so much. Most likely, you'll hear it first. I'm not uploading the podcast version. It's not even a good podcast. Also, 3 hours of editing doesn't sound fun. So we're not going to do a live audio version. So if you want to find the podcast,
Gotta go to YouTube.
gotta go YouTube at Pens Collective. Make sure you go. Don't forget about the Discord. Danny H went already there. Danny he's on our Discord now. Thank you, Danny. If you guys want to join the chat, the community, we have our own little community. Make sure you join our Discord. Discord/the Penguins Collective. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Pens Collective, Instagram, Pens Collective, everywhere. Guess what, Josh? Guess what our tag is?
I don't know.
Pens Collective. That's where it is. So, everywhere we're at Pens Collective. Thank you for staying.
I misunderstood.
It's fine. It's 1:30 a.m. Guys, thank you for staying with us. We'll see you in the next episode, which is Saturday, 3 o'clock against the Boston Bruins. We'll see you there. As always, Josh.
Let's go Hurricanes.